What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 122 of the weekly comic wrap up, the show where we go through the FOC selections of the week, followed by the market report, and then we wrap it up with some hot topics. Tonight is a special episode, although we do cover all of that every single week. But tonight we celebrate 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to every single one of you who are subscribed. Tonight is about you. We give back to you. So if you're subscribed, you have a chance to win. If you're not subscribed, well, we might have to skip right over you and give it to the next person. But anyways, obviously I'm very grateful for all of this. It's been a hell of a ride, but the last week has been also very interesting, to say the least. One, well, you've seen some of the market manipulation talk, and of course, there was Swag's video, Swaggle, shout out to him. And there was a Reddit thread that kind of covered some of the stuff that, myself and the crew are doing over on that channel. So I definitely think tonight's hot topic, that is going to be the hot topic. We're going to dive into that very deeply, and I'm fully pulling the curtain back. So brace yourself. Tonight we go unfiltered, but before we get into any of the fun stuff, I got to remind everybody that tomorrow night, Comic Legion goes live with their new Comic Book Day claim sale. They go live 7 p.m. Eastern Time over on YouTube, where you can pick up this week's new books that are dropping. So if you didn't pre-order, well, this is your opportunity to grab whatever books you want to pick up this week. They go live again 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and they are dropping nonstop books all night. Not only new Comic Book Day, but you can find some back issues too. Every now and then, they tend to throw up a treat or two. And it is hosted by Lefteros. And of course, you've got Chia Pet, who just might swing by later tonight. And I also want to give a shout out to a huge supporter of the channel, HANNA Auctions, guys. Go check out Auctions.ca. HANNA Auctions has tons of amazing things available every single week with amazing sports and trading cards. You got toys, you got collectibles, comics. It kind of is like, I'm happy that they're obviously supporting the channel, but just last week, an auction came to close with so much goods that I missed out on. And now that we're obviously highlighting this, I'm kind of hindering myself here, guys, because there's an auction that's live right now that I definitely have my eye out on. Lots of big books as well. So, hey, man, we like comics. I'm sure you do. That's why you're here. And I encourage you all to go check it out. Again, it's auctions.ca. HANNA Auctions bringing absolute fire. Now, I know every single week we catch up with our brother Steve in his own segment called This is Steve. Steve is still relatively new to the hobby. He's still like I want to say it's half a year that he's been collecting now already. My God, time is flying. But he'll be joining us throughout the show, so we get to catch up with him all night long. But as I said, there are tons of giveaways, and here's just a glimpse of what is going to be given away tonight. We've got this amazing dork number 1, the Jay Gonzo variant right here. Obviously, this being an exclusive. You got Love for Comics who's hopping on to give this one away, and I'll let him share more details related to this one, but this is just a sneak peek. And then we're going to follow up with some other goods. We got Comic Legion. We hit 1,000 subscribers, and they said, hey, you know what? Let's give away a 1 in 1,000. This one being the Zdarsky variant, the 1 in 1,000 ratio for Ultimate Endgame, which is amazing. I'm so sad to be giving this away and not keeping it, but it is what it is. And of course, Michael Baker, being a huge part of the show from day one, is giving away this amazing What If slab. Now, we all know it's a big year ahead, man. We have Doomsday coming. Sure, I mean, Marvel Comics, everyone says DC is kicking their butt, and I don't want to say that they're wrong because, well, they're not. And when it comes to the movies, the MCU, obviously everyone's very excited for Doomsday, and I think this is a wonderful book. There's much more being given away too, so buckle up, boys and girls, buckle up. But let's kick off the show, man. I think it's time we get into the FOC. Let's see who we've got backstage here to join me for FOC. It is my American brother, Travis. What's up, baby?
Oh, just enjoying the beauty and the wonderful feeling that I have from being a gold medal winner. Just really left it all out there on the ice today. Really really just put it all out there and grinded out those shifts and was able to bring it home for the boys. So, feeling very good. Shout out to all my brothers in the red, white, and blue, and really, really proud of the effort and everything that we put out there. So shout out to those guys. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Look, let me tell you, the morning started very rough, of course. Dude, Hellbuck was just, oh my god, he was on fire. So congrats to him for winning the gold medal. But
Yeah.
Jokes aside.
I mean, we had a long conversation before, and I just told him, I said, look, nobody's gonna get anything past you today, man. You're fine. Forget the narrative that you can't play in a big game. I just looked him dead in the eye and I said, you got this, my guy. And then I flew back from Italy in time for your show. I wouldn't miss it.
I appreciate you doing that, man. I had no idea you had a private jet like that.
Yeah. Devotion to the show, my guy.
You've definitely got enough like land to land on where you live, because
could drop one in the backyard, no problem.
Isn't your closest neighbor like 9 acres from you or something like that?
Yeah, pretty close.
Jeez, man. But yeah, dude, it was a wild morning, dude. I had a wild day, man. It hasn't stopped from the morning I woke up. The game, obviously, I mean, Canada dominated. Did they deserve the medal? Absolutely, but so did the United States. So congrats to the United States. But although we did not bring home the gold medal, dude, my son finished his hockey tournament this weekend. Today, came home with a medal. Happiest kid in the whole world. I will take that over to Team Canada any day.
I cannot wait for him to be drafted to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. Honestly, if that happens, I mean, it gives us reason to actually
relocate.
We're still not gonna hang out. We're totally not hanging out. Just to say. But anyways, man, I see there's 60 of you right now as we speak, and I definitely don't want to keep you guys waiting with some of the giveaways and everything else. So let's just dive right into the FOC selections of the week. With that being said, Travis, bro, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Vamos. All right, guys, we got a big one here, but it's the FOC selections of the week by our brother Lefteros. Please support Lefteros. Go show some love. Check him out over on Instagram. It's at Lefteros, where you can get a quick preview of some of the stuff that he thinks is worthy of picking up this week. Now, no one's telling you to buy all these books, but if you are interested in buying any of the books and you live in the United States, well, go visit comicnation.us, man. They give you 15% off of the cover price every single week for FOC, but get an additional 5% off every week by using discount code Black Crown. And if you're in Canada, that's right, where the silver medals are, Comic Legion is here for you. Comiclegion.ca gives you 20% off of the FOC price every single week. But if it's your first order, use discount code and list to get an additional 5% off of your order. First book on the list, we've got Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon, issue number 2. Now, issue number 1, everybody was talking about that character who looked a lot like Duke Nukem. It's Duke. But possible introduction and reveal of Tyler Torrens as the Prime Warrior Super Soldier. I like this, but dude, I don't know if you saw this cover here, the 1 in 50 incentive. Oh my God. Sanford Green crushed this one. I love it. I mean, this is you get 2 hits here. You got obviously all of this that's going on with the book, where you're gonna have the possible introduction and reveal. But yeah, dude, the Sanford Green is sick, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Sanford doesn't miss ever. Like, I think this may be my own like living under a rock kind of a thing, but like my first like real introduction to him was that Doom one shot. You remember that came out like a year or 2 ago that just blew up. And I remember being like, dude, I'm all in. Like this dude's amazing. And so yeah, I love this. And I feel like Prime Warrior Super Soldier is definitely the right name for this character once you see him. like it's a very fitting. Like if we're rolling with Prime Warrior Super Soldier, let's do it. Let's do it. This is the guy.
That's the guy right there, man. But yeah, definitely check out Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon number 2. But moving on from that, we got to give a shout out to Jeb for this one, man, because this was a very, very, very late addition to the FOC selections of the week for coming from Lefteros. But we have Inglorious X-Force issue number 2. I know he was like so big on issue number 1, but it's going to give us the first appearance of Webhead. So check this out, man. Lefteros actually hit me up about this, and he's like, shout out to my man Jeb, as we just said right now. I am not sure how many of you read or follow Marvel Infinity digital only comics. Many of those comics get collected and printed in one shots. Obviously, think of, it's Jeff, right? But those books often feature first appearances. A lot of them are characters we rarely, if ever, see in print, but every so often there is an interesting one that shows up. And this one right here apparently is going to have Webhead. So if you're a Spidey enthusiast, obviously you might want to pick this one up. I'm not too familiar. I've never read any of the digital stuff that featured Webhead. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm always late to the party on like the digital only things. I seem to catch them whenever they are like you said, when they go out and they print these collected editions after they've been online for a little while. That's typically the first time I hear about them. But this is cool. This is exciting. I really dig this cover. Yeah, it's just it kind of is awesome. It's got a great collection of some of my favorite characters right there, so that's fantastic. But yeah, no, I shout out to Jeb for this for pulling this one out of the hat last minute, because that man that man comes in clutch sometimes.
Yeah, he really, really does. And yeah, no, I do believe that is the character, as somebody here was asking in the chat, KATCG. So yeah, looks like that might be the case, but definitely want to put this out there. I don't like Jeb. I think everyone knows that, but he's our Jeb, and he's useful. He is. He can be very useful at times. But moving on from this one seemed very interesting, man. And this automatically is getting an addition to my pre-orders, because we got Dead Teenagers #1. Just hearing the description of what this book is about has me beyond intrigued. You have a mysterious entity forces 5 friends to relive their prom over and over, and re-kills them in increasingly insane ways each time. Obviously, it kind of reminded me of Dormammu. I'm here to bargain. It just keeps dying and dying and dying.
Yeah.
So when I read that, I was like, man, I don't know if somebody saw that and said, you know what, I think we can make a cool comic out of that. But now I'm kind of interested, so I definitely want to give this a read.
Yeah, this is cool. And I'm so glad you said that, because I was like, I know that happened in a movie and I cannot place what movie it was, and I'm glad you did it, because yeah, the scene with Dormammu and the constant just constant death over and over and over again. This is cool, and it feels like something you would see on the screen, right? Like, it feels like something that you would go and see in either, it probably wouldn't be like, I would say like probably more like a movie. This feels like it would be more of like a movie kind of thing over like a TV show, where like some series feel like more like a TV show. This one feels like you could probably encapsulate it in something, just based on this description alone, I think. I'm with you. This is a definite add to my list, if not anything but to just immediately put in the wife's stack of comics to read, because this is something right up her alley.
Yeah, man, it looks like some very interesting and fun times ahead. So yeah, this one is a pickup for me. But moving on, GI Joe issue #20. This one being the cover A. We're going to be getting the first meeting of Duke and Optimus Prime in the Energon universe. So that's going to be obviously a treat. Seeing these two come together within the Energon universe. Energon universe has been a hit out the gate without any manipulation, guys. People have just enjoyed that. So wanted to put that out there.
I'm excited about this. So, of all the Energon titles, the one that I am not caught up on is GI Joe. So, reading, there's just, it's, how many books do we get every week, right? So this is the one I'm not caught up on. I am trying to pick up the ones that are like potential, like, oh well, this is one that I might have trouble getting later or something like that. So a first meeting or a first appearance, anything that pops up, I'm always trying to grab it. So this is definitely one. I really dig this cover too. Optimus looking ominous in the background a little bit. Very cool. I'm digging it. So very exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome. There is a Invincible crossover cover as well that's available, but I didn't add it to the selections. But it's on Lefteros' article that you can find over at the Cover Price website. But moving on from this, guys, we also have Exquisite Corpses. Again, now we're getting very close to the end. This one being issue #11. Now, obviously, many times, anyone who's been watching the show, you guys know I highly suggest we all pick up the trading card game one, which is the polybag. The polybag does come with the trading card for each issue. I've said it before, I've not opened mine yet. I'm going to open it once we get to the final issue, because I want to see what cards I end up pulling. But man, this has been such an amazing read. I've been enjoying every second of this. Tynion doing amazing work as always, dude. I feel like he has very few titles that just don't hit. But for me, I really enjoyed this out the gate.
Yeah, this is one where I think after I read the first issue, I said, "Yeah, I'm probably on this one until the end." It was such such an awesome start to the series that it was one of those that kind of hooked me right away. And then the added, hey, I mean, we all grew up in the trading card era, right? So like the added little option to have this with a playable trading card in there is just a little bit extra. And I think that's a draw for a lot of people. It's certainly a draw for me. I'm loving the story, but I'm also loving collecting these trading card polybag versions.
Yeah.
So trying to track down the ones I missed right now. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm really excited about it.
I'm loving what Lefteros is saying because it is true. Orders have been going lower and
Yep.
down and more down since the first issue, and the first issue got a lot of love. Of course, when we also got some news surrounding, Tynion and a lot of his projects being optioned. But one cover that I love when it comes to the Invincible crossovers is actually this one right here, which is the cover H. We all remember Fox Mask Killer from the first issue. The first, obviously, the cover A, very known to the average person. If you're not reading the issue, I'm sure that issue number 1 is stuck right there. But yeah, man, I love this one, man, where you've got Invincible, and dude, I think it's one of the better covers personally.
Yeah, for sure. I don't usually get headfirst into like event things, especially like like variant things or whatever. Um, I dove in headfirst on this one, man. I just pre-ordered all of them. I
Good, you
just
did
got
good.
I just got them all. So I'm excited about these Invincible variants. This is one of the ones that I'm most excited about. There's a couple more that really stick out. The Walking Dead one is fun for me because I've read Walking Dead for so long, and this was so cool to see that kind of crossover with Walking Dead Weekly or Deluxe. Sorry, not Weekly.
Yeah, dude. The deluxe, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I was surprised to see that crossover, but also not surprised, right? Because Kirkman,
yeah,
come on.
yeah. Right, exactly. But yeah, this the chat's saying this right now. The pink on the white is just pops so well, and this is really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah,
And Michael Walsh really can draw a pretty badass Invincible, and I like that.
yeah, very cool, man. Totally worthy of a pickup, in my opinion. Another one that also caught my attention was Neighborhood Watch number 1. This one being the cover A. Now, listen to this. This one's coming from Boom Studios. You get the discovery of a dead body that creates a divide between two communities. So I want to see what kind of chaos is gonna unfold. And yeah, man, I'm in on this. Obviously, you've got Sarah Gailey who's on this, which is pretty cool. But for me, it's mostly I the description again. What we're seeing for this one, I'm gonna give it a read. I don't think it's a. You got nothing to lose at like $3.99, bro.
No, no, I think with these boom titles, I think if it seems somewhat interesting to you, it's at least worth the first pickup. Like right, like everybody has their own kind of style and what they're into, but if it seems something that's somewhat like someone down your alley, Boom has been a very consistent publisher for a long time now, and I think I think you can walk right into this and think, oh yeah, this is probably worth my time. And hey, if you don't like it, great, you're only out $3.99 in one issue. And I know we get a lot of issues every week, but you know it's worth a flyer. You might find your new favorite series.
Yeah, exactly. So this one's a pickup for me. Moving on, Bleeding Hearts number 1. Obviously, a lot of people liked it. I saw some people saying that they didn't really care much for it after reading the first issue. Personally, I enjoyed it, man, and I'm totally going to be picking up the next issues. But we also get the second printing here. This one being the cover B for the second printing, which is Morian. No, not Morian. It's a Dragora. What am I saying? It's a Dragora cover. Yeah, it even says at the bottom. What a anyways. But yeah, it's a Dragora cover. The read was great, man. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, a lot of people feeling the zombie fatigue, but this one here kind of hit different with the zombie's heart now starting to beat again, and he's like turned off by all of the zombies surrounding him, like the humans surrounding him. He obviously doesn't feel that hunger anymore and all of that. There was a lot obviously happening within the first issue, but I look forward now to seeing what's going to happen in the upcoming ones, man. They managed to hook me in on this one.
I haven't got my copy of this yet, so I haven't read it. It's on the way, but it just hasn't gotten here quite yet. So I'm excited to read it. Very excited about Vertigo coming back. And us getting regular Vertigo titles again. I think that was something that a lot of the longtime Vertigo fans were kind of miffed about for a while. So starting out, having a series like this to kind of jump into is really cool. And this is a great cover. And I mean, Dennis Camp is crushing it. So I get the zombie fatigue. I understand that. That's understandable, but for me, I think this is definitely one that I'm going to be on board with for at least a little while, unless it just completely loses my my attention.
Yeah. No, I'm picking up this and the next issue for sure. But moving on, this one's pretty interesting. I'm not entirely for the cover A, but you have Rafael Garcia, Henchman, #1, brand new dark workplace comedy, cinematic superhero universe. Excuse me. First of all, when it comes to workplaces, you and I, we tend to send each other a little too much during the daytime, related to work, of course. But I think this sounds like so much happening in one that I'm kind of curious to know what it's going to be about. But of course, everybody does like a little bit of nudity, and we have the cover C right here. This one being a double cover nude bag variant cover by Dan Mendoza. Hey man, no one's judging.
It's a handful of reasons to pick this one up.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I'm back. This seems cool to me. I like the idea of the story. I mean, the cover's great. Obviously, I mean, look at it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But the story sounds pretty freaking cool. I like a good workplace comedy as much as the next guy. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
So,
I'm excited about this.
I'm picking this one up. Moving on from this, though, we've got to Superman Unlimited #1. We're getting the first appearance and cover of Tomorrow Man. Now, obviously, Superman Unlimited Tomorrow Man. I don't know if you saw, man, the design right there at the bottom. Pretty cool. I have no idea where we're headed with this one, so I might have to give this one a read.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm trying to temper my excitement because I've been excited about new Superman characters before and had my heart broken because there are Superman characters that I find wonderfully amazing and would love to see a more in-depth dive on some of these characters, and then they just leave them on the vine. And I want to hear more from them. But regardless, I'm Superman's my jam. So obviously I'm getting this series regularly. So it's this is an easy one for me. But for me, I'm here for Dan Moore. If Dan Moore is doing a cover, I'm probably going to grab it. So
yeah, absolutely, man. But moving on from this, we also get Absolute Flash issue 13. This one being the cover C. Now, Absolute Flash here. This one is by Fabrizio De Tomaso. Really nice cover, and you've got Grodd on there, which is it's a treat.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. This is maybe my favorite cover this week. Like no question about it. I adore this cover. Like I just this is so wholesome and satisfying for me. This is an easy grab for me. It's obviously absolute, but just this cover is amazing to me. I love it.
No, it's really nice. I want to shout out Ferdman for the $2 super chat, man. Hey, it's gonna help go towards a lot of the shipping for the giveaways tonight. Shout out to Ferdy, guys. Although the guy says he's not going to be doing, so much on YouTube, he's still pumping some good content, man. So show him some love and go subscribe to Ferdy as well. But moving on from this book, we have a facsimile of Batman: The Dark Knight Returns issue #2, and we've got Jock doing a wicked cover. This is a cover grab for me.
Yeah, Jock Batman covers just that's a pretty much an easy one for me. You know what I mean? It's grab it and go. When does Jock miss a Batman cover ever?
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys I'm sure somebody you guys must have picked up the first issue of the facsimile, or maybe even have the original. But hey, if you just want a great cover by Jock, this is a great opportunity. So that's pretty cool to see here this week. Battle Beast, guys. Very quickly, I need to show you guys this Invincible Universe Battle Beast issue number 7. This one being the crossover. I guess we could say it's a crossover, given that it's Battle Beast. But yeah, really nice. Oddly doing this cover, but I think the one that people definitely are going to be excited for is the fact that Todd McFarlane himself is doing a Battle Beast cover, which obviously, I mean, it's McFarlane. Everybody's going to want to scoop one of these up. If not, you might get a little extra crazy and go pick yourself up the 1 in 75 incentive, which is a black and white of that cover you just saw. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I dig.
Yeah, I didn't know this until you sent this to me earlier today. I missed this. I had no idea this was happening. So, yeah, I'm gonna be getting one of them. I don't know which one. I mean, the 1 in 75 is tempting, but I can't turn down a Todd McFarlane Battle Beast cover. So let's go.
Exactly. You cannot. So yes, just wanted to put this out there for you guys. Dude, this again, another cover selection. You have this Dan Quintana cover for Kill All Immortals issue. Oh, Kill All Immortals 2 issue number 3. I haven't read Kill All Immortals, to be honest, but man, this cover is just stunning, man. This is again another cover grab.
Yeah, Dan Quintana, just it's one of those where like if I got a little extra, you know what I mean? If I got a little extra $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, whatever it is, hanging out, I could grab a Dan Quintana book, no question about it.
I really thought you were going to tell me that you were going to go and pick up a, McJunior or something. But no, yeah.
I'm trying to watch my girlish figure.
I love it. Don't ever change, man. But yes, definitely, if you've got that extra coin, man, I'd be picking up a cover as such, especially when we're talking covers. You can't help but not bring this up, man. Sorry, you can't help but want to bring this up. Jenny Frizen doing Something is Killing the Children, issue 46. Frizen dropping a stunning cover. I love the color choice in the background with the chainsaw and everything. Really nice cover. If you're a Frizen fan, really neat.
Frizen and Something's Killing the Children feels like it has just gone hand in hand for variants for so long now, and it becomes almost an automatic grab, like for me at least, as I'm going to pick up this series. If I'm there and I'm getting the cover A at the comic shop and they have the Frizen, I'm just going to grab it. If they don't, I'll find it later. But at this point, like, she's become synonymous with these really great Something's Killing the Children variants. And who's to argue? I mean, look at this thing.
Yeah, and Frizen, as you said, man, especially when it comes to Something is Killing the Children, from out the gate with issue number 1, dropping a lot of amazing covers for the run. So here's another one to add to that list. Speaking amazing covers, obviously, everyone's been talking about Matriarch, Dan Mora being one of my favorites. And Dan Mora dropping this cover that features both Wonder Woman and Matriarch. Love this one. And another banger that drops as well. Look at this one, dude. You got Matriarch there looking all amazing here by Euless. So very nice.
Give me the Mora though. I mean the Euless is great, but like God, that Dan Mora cover is so good. I mean, I know like we're spoiled, right? Like it feels like we say this about every Mora cover, right? But that one absolutely F's. It's so good.
Yeah. Both are great, totally worthy of cover grabs this week. Here's an incentive selection. We've got Fantastic Four issue number 9. This one being the 1 in 50 incentive. And obviously we have Invincible Woman cover depiction by Swaby. And, there was a little bit of talk surrounding the character since making her debut. Of course, it's not Invisible Woman, it's Invincible Woman. And people were a little confused. A lot of people thought, obviously, having played the Marvel Rivals, it was going to be somebody else, but not the case. No, this is its own character here. And there you go. But really nice cover.
So when I saw this cover for the first time, I almost fell out of my chair. Like, I'm not kidding. This one knocked me off my feet. It was so good. Do you know if this is going to be in a trade?
I'm not too sure. I have not seen it.
I feel like the trade dress might take away from it unless you put it at the bottom.
Yeah, here, let me check while you're talking about that. But yeah. No.
This is a cover that like I lost my mind when I saw it. Like I sent it to multiple people, and I'm not really like a cover sender typically.
It is available as a trade, and it's at the bottom, as you said.
Hey, all right, now I'm in, guys. That's in my price range.
Yeah, I think the trade is the more affordable route to go, but still looks stunning as a virgin. Another awesome cover. You got Di Tommaso doing this Punisher cover for which issue? Punisher 2. Sorry. So there you go. Really nice cover as well.
Second Tommaso cover we've seen tonight that is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, crushing it, dude. Absolutely
Crushing.
amazing work on that front. Moving on, though, everybody's excited about DC Next Level, and here we go, guys. Obviously, when it comes to DC Next Level, the cover A's, I know definitely pick those up with being issue number ones. But some of the variants that stand out, man, the Art Germ one here is just stunning for Batwoman number 1. I love this so much, dude.
Yeah, this is one of the better art germs I've seen in a while. I like the it's a little different from what we've seen from Art Germ lately, right? I mean, it's not the kind of typical Art Germ cover that we've seen lately. But I'm so excited for Next Level. I'm so excited to finally, be reading some new series that are coming out, and I'm really excited. So a lot of good things coming out of the DC camp.
Yeah. Just to answer Alexi very quickly, you know what? I'm not even going to say which one because I have no idea, to be honest with you. I think right now is probably your best play. Pick them up while you could even get them on a discount, as you can see with some of the shops. This is your ultimate best time to buy into any of them because we have Batwoman number 1, as I said, but then we also have Deathstroke the Terminator number 1. And you guys know how I feel about Eom. I love Eom's work, man. Probably Eom holding the title for some of my favorite covers that are on FOC this week, this one being one of them. And I'm excited to read this as well.
Yeah, this is a great Deathstroke cover. Holy cow. And yeah, again, another one of these new ongoing series that I'm excited to jump into. And I'll carry them as long as I can, right? I want to give them all their fair shake, and really excited to see which ones I end up moving forward with and kind of digging into a little bit more. There's some that I kind of feel like, I'm going to lean towards because of my preference in characters.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see. I'm going to read them all for a little while and see where we go.
Yeah. And of course, since we're talking DC Next Level, we obviously got to talk Lobo. A lot of excitement surrounding Lobo. We've got Lobo that we know we're going to see on the big screen this year. And Lobo number 1, we have the first issue that was talked about, obviously, at New York Comic Con. Everybody got really excited. We're getting the introduction of OOEC, which is Omni Omega Plus Entertainment Corporation. It's going to be a new ongoing series. Scotty Young behind this one as well on the story. You got Corona doing this cover, which is amazing. But again, I said the Eom cover, man. Eom dropping absolute fire. It's the thumbnail for tonight because I just really, really like this. Shout out to Lefteros for hooking that up, and beautiful. Love both. All the covers are amazing. All of them.
So can I just say that I dig the fact that Scotty had Corona do the cover and the art on this series, because I've always felt like their art styles, like they have some similarity. They're distinctly different, but they have some of that same vibe and feel at times. And I was so excited to hear that we're getting both here, and so it kind of just makes it makes for so much fun here, I think. But this is a great Eom cover, without a question. This is one of the best I've seen from him. I still dig the Absolute Wonder Woman one. I'm just gonna say that it's still my favorite, but this one's a close second.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for some of his best work, and I really love this one. Guys, Dork number 1 is going to a third printing. With how everyone's been reacting regarding myself and a couple of others surrounding me in the last week, I don't know if I should say anything, but what I will tell you is just the same. I said it at FOC on the first print. I said it at the second print, which only hit 25,000 copies on pre-order, which is still significantly low in my opinion for the second printing, even with all the hype. Now you have the chance to pick this up on a third printing. It's immediately being sent back to print, and I encourage anybody who wants to pick this up for the sake of read to definitely pick this up. It was such a fun time. I really enjoyed the read from front to back, the exchanges between obviously the main character Dork and the shield, and just everything that happens within the story, especially the ending. The chicken, as you can see there, lots of good times here with this one. I enjoyed it. It might not be for everybody, but clearly on the aftermarket, we have seen a lot of movement when it comes to the first printing. Second printing already starting to go for a premium. So don't say we didn't tell you so. Maybe just pick it up while it's only cover price right now.
I'm not gonna get into it, right? Like I'm not gonna
No,
wade
no,
out into
no.
this. I'm not gonna wade out into those waters. I'm just gonna say it's a really great story by a extremely talented and super nice dude, and I'm so happy for him, and I'm excited for him and everything that this has kind of brought. This is just great news. I mean, this is an indie series that's going to a third printing after an issue 1, and we should all be so excited. How about that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, with obviously the buzz surrounding Dork, immediately after that, we saw another book get some love just the following week right after, and that was White Sky #1. Here we have the second print for White Sky, as you can see, featuring the character Violet, if you guys read the issue. Now, it's a new series about a haunted post-apocalyptic world ruled by ghosts. This one did pretty much the same thing as Dork, right? We saw copies not heavily ordered. It flew under the radar for a majority. And then a lot of people were out seeking this come new comic book day. And this had a lot of people going bananas. It started to spark a lot of conversation as well surrounding the aftermarket, surrounding manipulation, surrounding all of that stuff. But what everybody should be talking about, in my opinion, is what's happening within the book. I found myself really enjoying this, and I would love to know how this book actually came to be and hear more surrounding this book. And who better to do that with than the writer himself, guys? Bill Harm. Bill.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm good. You?
Good.
I'm good. You? I'm good. I'm a little tired. It's been a pretty crazy week.
Have you been celebrating the gold medal win for the USA?
Of course, I'm a true American.
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's so good.
I was listening from the start, so sorry, Lando.
Oh yeah.
It's totally fine. Obviously, it was well deserved. I know you guys might hear a bit of an echo, so I apologize for that. But Bill, are you hearing an echo?
Are you hearing an echo? I'm not hearing an echo. No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. But anyways, what I do want to say as well, obviously, congratulations to Team USA, but I definitely have to give a huge congratulations to you as well for everything that has happened in this book. Such huge success immediately out the gates, man. How does that feel for you?
Equal parts awesome and surreal. JP and I started working on this probably about 2 years, it'd be 2 years ago this summer. When we first started working on the pitch. So we've been working on it for a good while. And then we got the deal with Image about a year ago. I think we were talking with them about getting the contract and stuff. So, I mean, I'll be honest, it's been crazy. But I think JP and I both went through this period where you're working so hard on something and nobody knows about it, nobody can read it. And you're just like, is this thing even any good? So it was super gratifying to see that people were saying, yes, it is good. And we really enjoy it. And we want more.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was looking at some of the things that you've done in the past, right? And you've touched on quite a few titles that I actually really love. I'm a gamer, right? And you've done some video game stuff.
Yeah, so I was a writer on Infamous, and I also worked on Dead Island Riptide. And most recently I was the narrative director on Mafia 3 and its DLCs.
Yeah. So I just downloaded Mafia 3 just so
Oh, nice.
I didn't know that. I played that game religiously when it dropped. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a great experience. We had a great cast of actors who really helped bring it to life. Yeah, it was so far it's been the highlight, man. We got nominated. Not only did we get nominated for awards, we were actually featured as part of a video game exhibit at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London.
That is sick.
Which was bananas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When it comes to White Sky, I just wanted to say missed out on the book at first and was very fortunate to have somebody give me a copy, and I got to read it. And I honestly, I was just blown away by the kind of the different direction that things were heading in from what we've seen. We've seen some post-apocalyptic stuff, right? And this was very different. It had a different vibe, and the art in the book is just so incredible. We get a lot of low dialogue, kind of just art panels that are just striking, and I love it. And I think it's a fantastic, kind of a different take, and like the supernatural almost kind of environment that we're in. And I love what we're seeing early from the characters with Violet. And I think in this medium, or at least in this environment, it's kind of hard to kind of reinvent the wheel, but this does feel different. And to me, it's something that I'm super excited. Now, personally, I just have to tell you, my wife is a diehard kind of post-apocalyptic kind of fan, and as soon as the book got here, it left my hands. I don't have it anymore. She took it. It's gone. So I had it for about 10 seconds.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's very intentional, different in a lot of ways. I will say one of the we try not to read reviews and stuff like that, but anybody who doesn't is lying. I know a lot of people are like, hey, it's like The Last of Us, it's like this, but that was very intentional. Is in terms of writing, I'm a firm believer in establishing something that's familiar to the reader, so kind of lean into some of the tropes and the things that you've seen in the past before you go crazy. Because if you just start with crazy, it's difficult for them to have an entry point into the story. So you really get to see that at the end of the first issue, and then it just ramps up from there. Like I was actually writing issue 5 today, and
Wow.
it's just bananas. So like anybody, I don't say this with ego or anything. I just say it because JP and I put a lot of thought into it, but I don't think anybody could guess what's going to happen. The other fundamental thing that was really important to us too is usually these kind of stories are about the dad figure trying to rescue their kid. I mean, spoiler for people who haven't read it, but this is not that. This is actually the opposite. This is a story of Violet trying to rescue her dad. That's really the through line of the entire book, is Violet trying to, it's a 16-year-old girl in a world ruled by ghosts trying to find and rescue her dad.
Yeah, and I don't.
We lost your audio.
I lost
there,
you.
You lost your audio there, Linda.
Oh, sorry about that. I was gonna say I don't want to spoil anything when it comes to the book. But obviously you were just touching on Violet, and Violet, there's a moment within the book where something huge happens to her father, and then she does something that obviously if you're into the ghosts and stuff, I understood where this came from. And one thing that stood out to me as well is, when we get to the end of the book, there is actually a letter from you surrounding how this book came to be. And one of the things you referenced was the inspiration, of course, from The Last of Us. But there's something way deeper that I definitely need to know, because apparently this stemmed from what was a dream that you had years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I'm still debating on whether or not to reveal what that dream. There's literally like 12 people on the planet who know what that dream was. But I will say it was extremely impactful and it was extremely personal. And that dream was over 20 years ago, and I can remember it like it just happened. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll think. Sorry, I don't mean to deny your answer.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, it's super personal.
I love the inclusion of that letter at the end of the issue. I feel like it gave the story so much more, right? Because you're kind of limited into how much time you have per issue, right? How many pages and everything. So giving that kind of backstory in that letter, that was for me, after reading that and kind of getting really into what had happened, because it really ramps up. I mean, it really ramps up right there in the last couple of pages of the issue. And I think having that to kind of at the end of the story to kind of go back and kind of get yourself prepared for what's getting ready to happen, I loved that. So I thought that was a really nice touch, kind of including that. It kind of gives you a little bit of the backstory, and I noticed that you had mentioned a book that really kind of you drew some inspiration from, or at least had some impact on this, and I'm actually excited to check that out as well now because of that letter as well.
Yeah, you're talking about The Reapers Are the Angels by
Yes.
Alden Bell.
Yes.
Which is hilarious. His real name is Josh, and I've never met him, never talked to him, and he emailed me. So so I got this amazing, I love the book. Like I literally have a signed copy right here on my bookshelf. So I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. So I recommend everybody read it. It's a very different story, but it's about a girl named Temple who's a teenager. I think that's probably the biggest connection point. And she's a little whirlwind badass trying to survive in the zombie apocalypse. But it's written in the style, not exact style of Cormac McCarthy, but kind of similar. So I recommend everybody read it. It's really good. That was hands down the biggest influence.
Well, I think I'm going to check that out for sure. What were you going to say, Travis?
I was going to say, it was funny that you mentioned Cormac McCarthy because I think it was within like the first page or so of them walking down the highway. The first thing I thought of was the road. And then you mentioned that in your letter at the end of it. I was like, this looks like the road. This is cool. So I like those little kind of nuance, those little kind of, I don't know, you should call it an Easter egg. I don't know. Maybe it's intentional, maybe it's not, but you can always draw those connections at times because you just remember those things, those visual images of a father and daughter walking in kind of like a desolate kind of wasteland thing. And that's the first thing that popped into my head. And I just love the turn that we get kind of towards the end of the story. I think it's a really neat kind of refreshing take. And I'm just interested to see where the ride goes. It's cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Southern literature, Southern Gothic literature. So that has a definite impact, like that bleakness, people just walking and not necessarily having to speak. And since it's a comic book, really letting JP's awesome art just tell the story. Like I could have added dialogue, but it would have made it better. No, I don't think so. It probably would have ruined it. So sometimes you just gotta let the art do its thing.
Well, one thing that the art does is definitely do its thing. I will tell you that the art within the book is just absolutely amazing. Literally, when you start to see those ghosts really making their approach to certain characters and the things that happen, and like the artwork is just so well done. I really have to give kudos on that front. But of course, you just finished telling us that you are, finishing up issue number 5. How much more can we expect, and how long do you foresee this going? Is it going to be a 10 issue, a 12 issue? What do you see? Or can we keep this going for as long as possible?
I don't know. It's funny. Before it went on sale, we had a lot of conversations about how long it's going to last. Like, hey, are we even going to make it to the end of the first 6 issues? Thankfully, that problem seems to have gone away. So I don't think it would go on forever. I think maybe maximum 30 issues, 35 issues, somewhere in there. It is a finite story, and it's also a very focused book. Like it's very focused on Violet, and I think that also limits the amount of runway that you can have in terms of having the story continue on forever. But that's the hope.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bill, before we obviously wrap it up, one thing that I want to let everybody in the chat know is that, we, both myself, Travis, and a lot of us here in the chat actually really did enjoy White Sky. And obviously the aftermarket right now is just doing some crazy numbers when it comes to the book, which, again, congratulations. This is huge. It's actually great. I consider that great PR for you guys, to be honest with you. But, the chat is here. There's some people who actually did not get the opportunity to pick this up because it was, I would say, under ordered. I want to let everybody know right now that I'm about to run a giveaway and give away a copy of White Sky issue number 1 to you guys here in the chat. So obviously we're going to have you all hit the comment section. Just hashtag White Sky as one word. And this is being donated by Comic Legion. So big thank you to Comic Legion. So yes, that's going to be given away. But I definitely wanted to ask you, when it comes to obviously print runs and stuff like that, I personally have no idea when it comes to this. Do you have an idea what more or less the print run was for?
It was pretty good. Like I was actually pretty happy with it. We did overprint, I think, by about 1,000 copies.
Nice.
So, and Image had told us when we got the final orders that it was probably going to sell out and go to a second print. And to me, I was like, okay, cool. Like maybe a month or two after it comes out, we'll get a second print.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And clearly I was wrong.
Yeah.
What a great time to be
but
wrong.
I do. Great time to be wrong. Exactly. I do ask everybody, you know, I don't know, the aftermarket thing is funny because during COVID I got caught up in some hardcore FOMO myself, and I was buying like Venom variants off of every website I could find them, and then COVID ended and I was like, wait, I have 6 boxes of Venom CGC 9/8. What am I going to do with these? But that's why we do second prints, is so, and you know, maybe even a third print if it comes to it, so everybody can get the story, you know, hopefully for a price that they can afford. Because ultimately we're writing, you know, drawing and creating this book for people to read it. Like that's our goal. So
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
you know,
I
think it's just a kind of a
I think
testament,
it's
right?
just
Like it's a
kind of a
testament. Like
testament, right?
the
Like,
story has to be there for these things to go. I mean, obviously aftermarket pop is great, but I mean, the story's got to be there. And you know, I think at least for me and for a lot of the folks I've spoken to, it's there, and there's something there to it, and that's just awesome. I love that you it's got to be a nice surprise to create something kind of personal and close to you, and to know that hey, it's probably going to go to a second printing at some point, but to have it happen about, you know, 48 hours after it drops or something, or like it's gotta feel at least a little good somehow.
yeah, it felt, I mean, I'll be honest, it felt awesome. We actually knew on Tuesday.
That's
so
awesome.
Eric from Image emailed us and was like, it's gone, we got to go to a second print. And then we did a signing at the Comic Bug in the LA area on Wednesday, and there were people waiting for us, and like the store had already sold out. And then we did a signing yesterday at Nuclear Comics in Mission Viejo, and I actually sold my comp copies to people, and we just charged cover price. Like we're not,
That's
you know,
awesome.
I would, people would be like, what, it's $4? I was like, yeah, I'm not eBay, so like I want you to read the book. But yeah, so we knew on Tuesday, and then I was texting JP, and we're like, okay. And just so everybody knows, there are some retailer exclusive covers coming. I'll let everybody reveal who they're gonna, you know, who's doing those and all that kind of stuff. But then we had a mad scramble to put those together too. So.
Well, that's awesome, man. As Travis said, obviously very well deserved. You guys, it's immediately going to a second printing, and as you were saying, you know, you guys were very happy with the first printing. I hope that we see more prints for the second print, and that people who missed their opportunity to give this a read and pick it up and have a physical copy do get that opportunity, because I personally really enjoyed it. And I know a lot of people felt the same way. So if you guys have not already done so yet, just want to remind you, because yes, we brought Bill in as we were talking about. Yeah, FOC. There you go. So it is available this week. Make sure you pick yourself up a copy, and don't forget, you've got Comic Nation, Comic Legion to do that. Bill, I want to thank you, of course, for your time. We'll run the giveaway. I definitely, you know, want to let you go. I don't want you to spend too much time here with us, but yes, obviously we're gonna run the giveaway, and just want to say thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for inviting me and having me on. Let me talk about the book, and thanks for, you know, everybody's support. Like our Instagram feed, like I can't even keep up with the messages, and it's the same with JP. And I will say, like, it really, really means a lot. Like, you know, you put your heart and soul into something, and then you put it out in the world, and in this case, it resonated with people. So thanks to everybody for all of their support. It really means a lot.
Yeah. Yes, you don't need to thank us. Thank you for the awesome book. Yes, standing applause. Give him applause, guys. But all right, Bill, we'll hopefully catch up sometime soon.
Yeah, it'd be great to come back and chat with you guys some more sometime.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
Cool. Thank you.
Take care. What an awesome guy. What an
Bill's
awesome
the
guy.
man. Bill's
He
the
is,
man.
man. He is. You know what? Even though we, Team USA won, and it still hurts, but what a
It
great,
hurts less.
great guy.
It hurts less.
It does hurt
hurts
less. Just adopt me at this point. I think that's what we need to have done.
He's coming. My man's coming stateside, and he's never leaving. That's what's happening now.
Yeah. Exactly. But very quickly, guys, want to remind you all that those were the FOC selections of the week. Now go support Lefteros. Go check him out over on Instagram at Lefteros. If you want to order any of these books, if you live in the States, like Bill and Travis and many others who are about to hop on, go check out comicnation.us, man. Comicnation.us gives you 15% off of the cover price every single week. Get an additional 5 by using discount code Black Crown. And then on Canada, Comic Legion's got you covered, man. 20% off every single week. And of course, if it's your first order, use discount code ENLIST, man, to get yourself an additional 5% off. You guys, you also get points back. Every time you buy stuff from the website, you get points that gives you discounts and more discounts, $5 off, $10 off, etc. So go spoil yourself. Go treat yourself, man. That is a good opportunity to do so. Let's run that giveaway. But before we run it, actually, normally we would bring in Steve with his, intro. This is Steve's segment. Steve's here already. Steve, what's up?
What's up?
Let's bring the whole damn crew in, man. It's like, because you didn't come alone, man. You brought many.
No,
others,
I brought
of
friends.
Course. Yeah, you brought your friends, man. You got Gabe here in the house, man. Gabe, what's going on, bro? He's on mute. He's totally
on mute.
He's totally mute. Yeah, give me the middle finger now.
That took away all my energy, dude. I was so excited. Damn it. I totally blue-balled myself there. But anyways, yo, what's up, guys? Glad to see all these troublemakers on screen.
What's
today.
up?
You want to talk troublemakers, bro? We've got some of the biggest ones. This guy's one of the biggest troublemakers I know. Chia Pet is in the house. Yeah, there you go.
Am I on mute?
No,
you should be.
It's never, you can't mute me, guys. That's how it works, bro.
I love it, man. But yo, the fun doesn't end there, man. We've got Izzy in the house as well, man. Shout out to Izzy.
You kept me waiting there forever, bro.
Hey, excuse me, sir. We had Bill in the house, man. We gotta show some love to Bill.
Bill gets priority here.
Yeah.
If Bill can wait, we can wait.
Exactly.
That's
man.
right.
But one
Bunch of
guy,
market manipulators.
yeah, well,
Yeah, bunch of weasels telling everybody to buy the book before FOC. How dare they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that chat. In just a
I
second.
was photoshopped on that cover after literally what 2 months before it came out. I was photoshopped. There's a picture of me as Dork floating around out there on the interwebs. Not really. It's just within chats.
You were the inspiration behind Dark, wasn't it?
Probably.
I think
I don't know.
all
Ask
of us
Brett.
kind of were, with the wordplay dork on it. I think we all went into that.
Man, dude. But anyways, we're gonna get into that discussion in just a minute, man. But of course, if we're gonna talk some hot topics, bro, we're gonna bring the guy from the squared circle into our little square right here. We've got Paperweight in the house, bro. There he is.
What's good, bro? Finally, jeez.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm playing. What's up?
Not much, man.
We're on
I
the
missed
same
you, bro.
feed for once, Paperweight.
What'd you
I'm
say?
sorry.
We're on the same feed for once. Now we can have it out in the conversation instead of in the chat.
Oh no, you're too easy, bro. Just do it.
I'm sorry for the wait, everybody. It's worked into my contract that I get at least 30 minutes of screen time before anybody else can be added.
You're the moneymaker, Travis. You're the moneymaker. That face is up brings all the cash.
It's all his fault. It's all his fault, man. But it doesn't end there, guys. It's giveaways tonight, and obviously we cannot do giveaways without the king of giveaways himself. We got love for comics in the house, man. What's up, bro?
There we go.
There you go.
Let's
go.
go.
How you doing, sir?
No sirens, no nothing. Come on, bro. You're slacking.
There it is. I got something.
That's all I got for you right now.
All right, we got a siren. We got one siren. But if we need to crank it a bit louder, obviously we're gonna bring in Jeb. Jeb, what's going on, bro?
Oh boy. Now it's a party.
Last but not least, eh? What's up, boys?
Now it's
Yeah!
the Brady
Love
Bunch.
it. Love it, man. And of course, last but not least, and guys, there's always
There's
room
more?
for more if anybody wants to.
More?
hop in.
Goodness.
We got our brother Bison in the house.
Let's
man.
go.
Wow.
Goodness.
Dude.
Wow, this,
I think you filled it up, didn't you?
You know what,
Oh,
man?
yeah.
I
Filled
threw
it up.
the invite out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoever
man.
wanted in is
Talking about-
obviously-
they're gonna be talking about us now.
Yeah, there you go. But all right, I'm gonna run the giveaway very quickly, and then you know what? I had books lined up for the market report, but I'm gonna hold off on that because I kind of feel like we need to get into all of this big conversation. We're like 10 dudes right here. I couldn't get any women, guys. I tried my best. I want you
This
to
is a
know. I really
definition
did.
of a
I really did.
Is it?
Yeah,
Such a sausage party, isn't it?
Yeah, Gabe is spot on, man. This is his type of party, though. He asked for this. You know that, right?
Hey,
Now
a
you
bunch of
got
good-looking dudes and a bunch of like bald guys in here too. So I feel like I fit in.
I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna hit the giveaway now. Give me 1 second so I can share the screen. Oh, come on. All right, it's already drawing.
Control
We're sharing the
chaos.
screen. Hold on. Giveaway tool.
Chad just asked who the fuck is breathing heavy, but if I'll be happy to oblige. I'm not, but I will. Oh, JSS, let's go.
Nowhere.
He just won
John.
the White Sky. There you go. So White Sky #1 goes to JSS. I'll make sure to note that.
Hey, and there's nobody better to get that than JSS. He's always in the chat, hooking up the links, sending context ideas to everybody. Like, that's a good dude. So congratulations.
That's the hardest work in Blue Wrench in the comic YouTube community right there.
Yeah.
Even when we talk about just random stuff, he'll just come out of nowhere with a link to something. Like I could just say anything like Michael Jackson movie, and he's like, "There's the link for the trailer for you in case you didn't see it."
Yeah, and he's really, really fast at that too, dude.
He's a proper chat manipulator.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
who
like
was
that.
going to claim that we manipulated that giveaway?
Rob,
Well,
I was
Yeah,
I was legitimately going to enter the giveaways tonight, but then I was afraid of being accused of manipulation, so I'm not going to enter any giveaways tonight.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. And you know
not
what?
going
Even
to.
if you did win, you're probably the only person I would revoke that from.
Probably.
Yeah, but guys,
I'm just happy to have him.
Travis, I wasn't sending it, bro. There's no chance of leaving the house.
You know what? Par for the course. You know what? Cheers, brother. At least you're consistent.
but yeah, man, what do you guys want to do, man? I'm gonna leave it to you guys. You know what? I'm always obviously running this show, but I just want to kick it, man, and I just want to have some fun, have some unfiltered conversations.
You said
And,
unfiltered, so you know you're in trouble now.
I'm cool
Like a
with
lucky
trouble,
strike.
bro. I'm more than cool with trouble, bro. But when it comes to the giveaways, do you want to run giveaways? Do you want to see some market stuff, or do you want to just get into the big discussion?
I think we
Bro,
should
call
do
the play.
giveaways.
You're the quarterback. Call the play.
That's right, Cody.
definitely, man.
Oh,
No, don't call me Cody.
oh, jeez.
Yo,
What a-
sounds
what-
like tea time, boys. Tea time, boys.
All you boys up north are living the American nightmare today, aren't you?
Oh,
Oh, dude, it is nasty out there, man. You don't
It
know.
was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day.
I'm so glad you're full of snow, all of you guys on the East Coast. I hope you can't leave your house.
Dude,
for days.
we're supposed to get
I know.
28 inches in New York City, and we
Perfect.
just got rid of snow.
I'm glad it's happening to you guys. I hope the party's terrible.
Gabe doesn't have to worry about that. Gabe's on the West Coast, so he's good.
No, dude, I was wearing shorts and flip flops today in Las Vegas.
Me too, big dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you won't be able to watch WrestleMania.
I have
Yeah,
TV.
that's
I
true.
can watch WrestleMania. I'll go to WrestleMania. It's down the street from my
It's
house.
closer.
That's what they want you to do right now.
Yeah, they're lowering the prices because those tickets were ridiculously priced.
Yo, they're dropping them. They're actually they've been dropping them, and they're still not selling.
No, I'm not paying $500 for 2 days. No.
So Lando, are you going controversial? Or are you gonna be a normal Sunday evening show here today, bud?
No, we're gonna go controversial, but first I want to give some more giveaways because we've got tons stacked for you guys. So let's just dive into that. Obviously, it's a giveaway show. Michael Baker always hits me up with Baker shakers, so I will highlight them very quickly. We don't need to dive into them. I just want to show you guys some of the work that Michael Baker did for us this week. So give me 1 second. Here we go. Market report. Oh, it's not even. Oh, there it is. All right, so you guys know we look at some of the books that sold within the week. I just want to run through it, okay? We don't need to have discussions. Don't worry about it. But first book shows us a lot of cleavage. There you go. Street Fighter Prime issue number 0. Yeah, 2025 ICPOT. This is Shadow Bride, the cover, limited to 250. It was a cover price daily shaker run. Your mint, $400. Highest sale recorded to date. I love this cover for obvious reasons. Yeah, obvious reasons. Yeah, obvious reasons. But not only that, here's a cool one, man. Michael Baker sent Harley Quinn number 1 from 2014. This being the 1-in-25 ratio by Adam Hughes. There's 228 CGC 9/8 on the census, and a 9/8 is sold for $695. Nothing too crazy on the price tag, but still holding some good numbers. Marvel Tales 235. We are looking at a newsstand of this one, and we go back to 1990. This is a McFarlane cover, as you know, and the 78 CGC 9/8 on the census for this. 9.8 hitting $250. But moving on.
It's a reprint.
I know. Dude, Spawn's Universe number 1. Check this out. We go to 2022. This being a GameStop edition. There's 10 CGC 9/8 on the census. So 4 of those are signed. 6 are just blue labels. And a 9/8 sold for $170 US. I consider that to be a bargain. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man. I think it's a good deal. I mean, 170, that's not bad. It's not bad. There's only 10 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see this being a hard 9/8 to get it being GameStop. I'm sure they don't know they don't handle comics that well. And plus, a white cover is always dirty, dude. It's so hard to find a good white cover these days.
Yep, I dig.
Was that good dirty or literal dirty?
Dirty.
Dirty.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Like dirty old magazines or old dirty magazines?
Yeah. Like the old sticky ones. Yeah, those are the ones. But Spawn's Universe number 1, this one being the GameStop. Another book he sent was Miles Morales' Ultimate Spider-Man number 1. This one being the second printing, the Marquez cover, which we just saw homaged in Miles' book. I think it was issue 42, if I'm not mistaken. 55 CGC 9/8 on the census for the second printing, and a 9/8 just hit $400. And the last but not least, I wanted to show you guys this one, man. This one being the Last Witch Hammer, which is an ash can. This one came out last year in 2025. It's a Shubina Virgin cover. There's no publisher for this. 2 CGC 9/8 on the census, and a 9/8 just sold for $500. Shubina doing amazing work, man. Dude, this is a sexy cover. Love it.
Where's my guy Alex at? Has he got this?
Probably.
Dude, those ICPOT covers are ridiculous, man. those ICPOT covers are the reason I can't find lotion in the store anymore.
Oh, ooh! Didn't see that one coming. Couldn't find lotion.
Thank you to our 1,000 subscribers.
Shubina is great though.
Yeah, no, Shubina is just incredible. Absolutely wonderful. Love this cover. I don't know how many people here in the chat have seen this before, but in case you haven't, I felt the need to highlight that. So let's start running some giveaways. That was the market report. Just wanted to show you a few books that Baker sent. His hard work is always greatly appreciated, so nothing but love to him. You notice he's not active in the chat tonight. Obviously, we were taking cracks at the fact that there's a storm happening in the States on the East Coast, etc. And Baker is a victim of that right now. And he doesn't have the best internet connection, as you could see, so he's not here. But we've got lots of giveaways to give away, man. So let's kick it off, man. Comic Nation actually hit me up and said they want to give away a $50 gift card to the website. So if you're in the States, that's a big win for you guys. I mean, it's all about winning today, so sure. But yeah, so if you guys want to partake in that, let's get a hashtag going with hashtag Comic Nation, and we'll give that away, man.
Do it.
So here you go. I'll put hashtag Comic Nation. And again, if you guys are in the States, obviously this is way more beneficial for you. If you're in Canada, well, the shipping is going to hurt you. So don't think it's the best idea. All right, so I'm gonna just start to collect the entries. I'm just putting it in here, Comic Nation, and guys, I say we dive right into it, man. What do you guys think?
So first and foremost, if you want to dive into it, first explain what's going on and why this conversation of market manipulation is happening, and why you're the dude that everybody's talking about.
I will, but first, I mean, we gotta have a nice intro for that because we're gonna talk some hot topic.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you for not letting Jeb know that you were getting ready to do that drop and we can't get our normal Jeb segue here. What is
Jeb,
this? Amateur hour?
Let's go, baby.
No, it's true, man. I haven't heard Jeb go off the rails in quite some time, so this is going to be a good time right now. Yeah, guys. So a few things happened within the last week, and obviously I want to address them. And we're going to have a big discussion amongst us, and of course, you guys in the chat. I definitely want to hear what you have to say. But you know, there was a video that came out from Swagahaz, which shout out to Swag for putting that out there. But there was also, it stemmed from a Reddit thread that kind of mentioned market manipulation, and the big discussion was obviously Dork at number one. Now I'll show you guys very quickly the Reddit thread in case anybody didn't see it. But within the thread, they were coming directly at COVRPRICE, myself, and the crew. So I found that to be pretty interesting because, you know, there's a lot of things to take away from this. As you can see, it says Dork 1 is a fraud. I don't think this book has the real value. The data doesn't look like a book that is worth $80 to $100. Cool. I think a lot of hype started with social media posts similar to the COVRPRICE podcast, where those three guys were like, I think people are sleeping on this, but don't even say why or go into real detail. Anyways, they said it's if you like orcs and trolls, like what? Is there anything? Anyways, look, all this to say, they dropped the video that links to the short of us talking about it at New Comic Book Day. Now, they break down what we kind of said, and then it says it's very disappointing that it takes so little to manipulate people. Whenever anyone talks about this book, no one can really say what's so great, special, or unique about it. And therein lies the problem. There's no real value here, just hype and FOMO. Then he goes on to talk about Absolute Batman. On the other hand, the book organically blew up, sure, and so forth. So now the person mentions that Dork 1 came out on February 4th, and we spoke about it on February 3rd.
The audacity.
So, newsflash.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
Newsflash. The New Comic Book Day show every week goes live the day before New Comic Book Day, where we just recommend books that we think as fans you guys might want to keep an eye out for. And I'll dive into all of this. Let's just get through the read. Do y'all a favor and downvote their video on YouTube and block them on their platforms so that their channels can never grow. That now goes from an accusation to a personal attack, and just was absolutely wild. But like I said, I'm coming in no filter. But tonight I'm gonna speak my mind. I just wanted to show you guys where this stemmed from. So the market manipulation stuff, when it came to Dork 1, we got accused via a Reddit thread, which I found to be absolutely hilarious. Now I'll let you guys start to talk while I gather all of these entries for the gift card, and I'm gonna run the draw. But I want you guys to start obviously talking, because I'm promising you guys I'm coming in and saying my part at the end. Who wants to kick it off?
Well, Gabe, I think Gabe was the other guy that was there, so I want to hear Gabe's take on the fact that he wasn't mentioned. He was there, but he wasn't mentioned. And Jeb, weren't you there as well in the video? It was you guys, but apparently they really stuck it to Lando.
Brother. Top liver.
You know what I'm saying?
It was Jeb and myself.
Third wheel, Jeb. They don't even care.
You guys are just hanging in there. You like whatever you ride on whatever Lando says, man. What's up with that?
Guys, I just want to put it out there. I don't know if you guys did anybody notice or acknowledge where within the Reddit thread what it's called. It's comic book speculation.
Oh yeah, I got the Reddit thread right here on my screen.
I just want to highlight that. So go ahead. Say everything you guys need to say.
That's one bitter speculator who got a spec wrong that week. That's what happened.
Hey, I missed out on Dork. I don't have the. I thought I got it, but I don't have it.
Travis, okay,
I'm boned.
Yo.
I think the manipulator, Gerlando, may have one copy that he's keeping for himself to hand over to his children. The massive manipulator over there. You know, the guy who wants to cash in on his $80 thing to. This is the most asinine conversation we've ever been dragged into. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Greg, I want to hear what you have to say.
What hurts the most?
Sorry?
Yo, what hurts the most is that we said nothing of substance. Man, we went into like, we're talking about how he's such a marketable character. I'm like cartoons, toys, everything. And this guy is just pooping on us. I'm just like,
we work hard, man.
Yo, fuck this guy.
What's interesting about it too? What's interesting about it is how he said we said nothing of substance, right? But it's a 60-minute or a 60-second reel cut out of like an hour and a half show, where we do go into what we thought about it, why we like it, or what it was, off of just basically the solicitation and the cover. He's talking about like these guys didn't say any substance about the book because the book isn't out yet, so we can't really say much more about it other than, hey, I like this. This looks cool because it kind of has a skin breaker vibe because it's a new world, and I like these kinds of books where you get a world building kind of comic book where it's going to have its own kind of rules and its own kind of characters and its own kind of setting. And that's basically what I said about the book. And even at the end of the video, we go back into it and say, yeah, Dork's my pick of the week. Lando just said, hey, this might be a sleeper. People might regret this if you don't pick it up, which is just basic common, hey, I like this book. Maybe you guys will like it too type of talk. Nowhere did we ever say like, you guys better buy this book because it's going to blow up and you're going to lose money, or this is a big spec book, anything like that, because that is not. And Jeb and Lando can back me up on this. We're not those people. That's not what COVRPRICE is about. That's not what the new comic book show is about. It's just to say, hey, this looks kind of cool. Pick it up if you like it. Nowhere ever are we ever trying to steer people into buying something.
Yeah,
it's not what we're about. We don't want to be those people. There's more than enough out there on the internet of people who are trying to, sway you and say that this is the big book or whatever the case might be. That's not us. With that said, I am more than happy. This is the coolest thing that happened to us, I think. It's going to give us a little bit more views to the channel, to the video. Mm-hmm. Everything else, I think, is just, this is all exciting and fun and kind of funny to me. I have nothing bad to say about this whole situation. This is absolutely hilarious, and I'm loving every second of it.
I see Greg, like he's getting.
Yeah, I saw Greg's video earlier. I want Greg. Give me some Greg takes here.
I'm not gonna get anybody canceled, I don't think. But I mean, but fuck the Reddit thing anyway. Personally, I think more so the conversation is like what I was talking about is people's reaction, kind of that stemmed like the aftermath of it, with like FOMO and hype and like full transparency. I don't think I've ever really seen anybody come on BC's show and really push anything. Credit to guys, Lefteros, Chia, like all those guys, they're putting in the work, and basically Lando's looking at some slides, and if something kind of piques people's interest, you can go out and get it. But this whole idea of like FOMO and people like pocket watching, it's like, fuck all that shit. Like, who gives a shit what people are doing with their money at the end of the day? Like, that's my personal thing. I just think it's weird when people are going to call try and like look cool to call things out, but it's not like it's not when when you have exclusives or people being shady when it comes to selling, that's a whole different conversation. But when you talk about a book that just happened to pop, like whatever, if someone wants to spend $50, spend $50, or don't spend $50, spend $5 when it's on FOC. And then if you want to spend $100 because that's what the market says it's worth, spend $100 if you have it. At the end of the day, don't worry about what people are doing with their own money. And the biggest thing is stop pretending that when books pop, it's like whack, because it actually really helps LCSs. Everyone was bitching a year ago. All these LCSs are closing. Everyone's bitching. Oh, the comic market's dead. Now you get 3 weeks in a row of full shops, people talking, buying shit, and everyone's fucking yapping about FOMO this, or you're whack if you buy that. No, you're whack if you stand in front of a camera at 50 years old telling people they're whack for spending $50.
Well, it goes back to that concept, right? So when you look at the whole, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of world, right? So you look at this thread that comes out, it's in a Reddit chat called comic book speculation. The key word here is speculation here. It's coming from an individual who I don't know who this guy is from the left, left to right of me. But what I could say is this much. You know what? Enjoy the hobby regardless of whether it's in your lane or not. You know what I mean? It's like everybody wants to have Amazing Fantasy 15, but guess what? Not everybody can have Amazing Fantasy 15. And yet alone, when you have the modern market, which is doing well, I'm not saying it's doing great. It's doing well. It's doing well, and this is a good sign because first we started with Absolute Batman, which was a slow hit, to be completely honest with you. It was an immediate hit amongst the readers, but it was a slow hit amongst the marketplace, right? So it took time for it to grow, and then you got All In that took some time as well. And then now it's a book that's worth what it's going for, right? And I think the bigger question about that book is, why is it worth that much if there's that many copies? Here's a book that comes out of nowhere with a writer artist who actually has some cred behind him and has a fan base. That's the part that people forget about. Brett Bean has a fan base that really loves him in the same way that Mark Spears has that fan base. Even Gary V, when we talk about V Friends, because let's face it, when V Friends comes up, you don't see these threats like V Friends is fraud. No, it's a fan base that buys this stuff, right? So they're the ones that are going out to the shops. They're the ones buying these books. And then we look at it and we say, holy crap, what the hell just happened with this one book? And then we say, okay, let me see if I can grab a copy of this book. And you find out it's gone.
Izzy, sorry to cut you off, but at the same time, though, you have to think when people even have this kind of conversation, it's not like, again, I don't know the numbers, but Dork, I'm assuming, wasn't printed in the hundreds of thousands.
No.
So then, you know what I mean? So let's just say, I don't know, hypothetical, let's just say it's 100,000 print. Okay, and the book has some hype behind it and it pops. Like, what do you think's going to happen? It's supply and demand. There's not a lot of them to go around. You know what I mean? And again, I find that whole manipulation shit is more so like live auctions or exclusives where you don't know true numbers. Here, I don't think you're seeing. I don't think.
No, it's none of that. It's not. But that's the thing. It's where people are making this. They're making this idea that this is happening when it's not happening. I'll be the first to admit, if I see market manipulation, I'll see market manipulation. I was on my show talking about how the fact I don't really go to Whatnot anymore, not because I don't want to support my friends that are selling and things like that or anything like that. I don't go to Whatnot because I see sales that are being I'm seeing bids being made just so you could outbid somebody rather than the comic book worth of the price that it's worth, right? So you have these books. I remember seeing a Comic Tom one. He was doing it, and nothing against Tom in this case, that it was a J. Scott Campbell book, and it sold for 3 times the price of the actual book. Why? Because there was a bidding war, and people want to win the bidding war. So that's what happens here. Same thing with Dark. There's a bit of that going on. It's like, I got to get this, and that's the epitome of what FOMO is.
This Reddit person, right? But the Reddit person, even what was weird too, and like I thought was just terrible was the response too from Key Collector. It's like, so you guys missed that one, but you need to kind of make it seem like something is going on to make yourself look like the reliable source all the time. And it's not a knock at them. It's just I don't think that was fair because honestly, and I'm not just saying this because hold on, Chia, because I don't know Lefteros personally. I don't know you know, I don't know all the people behind the scenes personally, except for
You do
Lando,
know it
right?
personally. Yeah.
Okay, I know you a little bit. I know you're the guy that loves
I'm just
everything. I know
fucking
you a little bit. But what I'm saying, is I think people who are watching this for the first time or not, I think what's unique about Lando's chat and the guys that are associated with him is you guys are actually putting in work, and the people who are really into either speccing or whatever should really be tapped in, because you guys have called a lot of things, and I think that's where you guys should kind of get a little bit of applause, not these clowns that are yapping on Reddit or saying there's this manipulation, this and that. They missed out, and that's all.
I gotta say something as far as the work thing that Paperweight brought up, and I think Jeb and Gerlando would probably would be able to back me up on this. The amount of times Jeb, for instance, or Gerlando are on the phone with my brother or Chip from Comic Nation, analyzing numbers and story and market trends to come up with these lists, these FOC lists, and these new comic book day lists. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell you for a fact, on the weekend, Lefteros doesn't sleep. Like, I'm serious. And that's the reason why a lot of times he's better at it than other people. He does more work, dude.
But just to add,
no, I'll vouch for that because he called me at like 2 a.m.
I'm serious. That's the fact. So on Gerlando's show, he does this weird thing that I always get angry at him for doing. Guys, I'm not pushing any of these books to anybody. And I'm like, why do you have to say that? I mean, it's obvious you're a decent dude and you're just talking about some new comic book books, right? And I see why he does that precursor, because he's worried some doofus on Reddit is going to come out and spew some shit. Meanwhile, on FOC, he's telling people, go to Comic Nation or Comic Legion, get 20% off or 25% off on the very book that a week later, after New Comic Day, is $100. He's telling you to get it 20% off. And on Dork, for instance, sorry, Gerlando, he pointed it out 2 times. He pointed it out on his show on FOC, and he pointed it out on Cover Price. He's telling everybody, guys, this is the sleeper hit. I really like this book. Okay? So what market manipulation? He's telling all you doofuses who are running around in a speculator chat, but obviously being a terrible chat, to go pick up the book that's going to be the hottest book of the last month.
Yeah.
You know,
but
like,
just to add to all of that, because there's a few layers here that you guys touched on that I definitely want to pull the curtain back fully. One, the non-sleeping thing is something that is true, man. And if you guys think that we make any coin out of what we're doing, my God, you are so mistaken. If anything, I'm paying money to do what I'm doing because I just want to put on a good show for everybody. But
he's buying the book.
Yeah, dude. One thing that you guys need to understand,
man,
okay, I don't want to. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jeb. You want to say something?
So I just wanted to say that, yeah, the amount of fucking work it actually goes into spec, man. Like, it's like 24 hours for me, fucking looking stuff, networking with people, trying to find out shit before it happens. It's a lot of work, man. It's not like you just fucking magically come up with this shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty good at guessing shit, but man, it's a lot of work. Fucking
Yolando, highlight this.
People just don't understand.
This is the stuff that more people should be bitching about. That, like,
this
is the shit that people should be more upset about right here. This
was in a store where someone tried to buy 3 copies of an issue. They were told that there was a 1 person per limit. When the customer left, they pulled all the books off the shelf and then marked them up. That is obviously shit.
Now, again, hold on. Now, they can, you're a shop owner, you have overhead. You want to do something like that, fine. But that's still shitty, like right there on the spot. If you're in the back room and you're noticing some trends going upward, leave the ones on the shelf. And if you want to hold a couple back, that's one thing. But just before you go on, I just also find it weird that aren't people kind of a little bit more enthusiastic and excited when books like this are happening? Like, I don't like, how is this bad for comics? Like, I bought more books the past couple weeks just because of the energy in the room at the shop. My shop was busier than it's ever been the last few weeks. Like, I don't get the whole bitching about it.
But Greg, let's be
bitter.
real. Let's be real. I'm gonna
It's
ask
bitter.
a question. I'm gonna ask a question to you guys. I'm gonna ask a question to the chat. Whoever's catching the replay, and I want you to be real with yourself, bro. Don't ask me if I'm being real. Be real with yourself. If you walked into a store and you saw Dork 1 on the shelf and it had no hype, pretend there was no hype behind this. It did not do what it did on the aftermarket. There's a fucking stack of them on the shelf. Are you buying multiple copies?
I saw that. I saw Dork on the shelf. I walked past it. It didn't do anything for me.
But my point being is, obviously the book spikes, so obviously people want to pick up multiple copies. Otherwise, you couldn't give two shits. It probably wouldn't even. You would probably wouldn't have not even picked up one copy.
I just picked up one. I picked up one based on your show. Like, I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool. I go based on like solicitation and what you guys are saying, because to me, like, because I'm a reader, if in the way I read, if things look like it could be done in a cinematic on the silver screen or the big screen, that draws me in even more. And then when you kind of hinted, and I don't know if you were the only one, but when you tied it to like Kanto, then it started to be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy one fucking issue and let's just see. And that was it.
My bro had that locked and loaded. Let's go.
No, but that's the thing with the book is it is driving.
Bison, you just have to show it, don't you?
Let's all pull out our copies.
Bison's running a giveaway, guys, just so you know. I'm not gonna say much more, but just to add to that though,
Look, so the retirement pile.
There you go. Yeah, he's got. There's Public Enemy number 1.
I had White Sky for 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
I got White Sky. I
want to. And you guys didn't talk about this.
Same.
You guys
that one, the cocaine book? Yeah, the hippopotamus book?
No. But guys, I want to stay on.
Everybody stop for 1 second.
What?
Jeb has the floor.
Okay, go. He's like loading. He timed out. We lost him.
Anyway. Hashtag Jeb is buffering.
But that's the thing with Dork right now is just I 100% agree with Greg. This is really good for comic book stores. I went to my shop and they had a stack of Dorks, which is fine. But last week
and the comic.
Of the comic. Yeah, it was a stack of Dorks.
And the comic.
Sure. And the comic, yes. But last week with White Sky, they had barely any copies on the shelf. And while I was there, it was phone call after phone call after phone call after phone call asking for White Sky, which is just bringing more people to comic book stores. It's White Sky wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Dork, 100%. I think, because we're now hitting a new trend and we're going to see this more and more and more and more. It's going to get ridiculous because I've seen this before in the 35 years I've been reading comic books. Everybody's going to start going for image number 1s. White Sky hit, the next image number 1's going to hit, the next image number 1's going to hit. It's going to be a trend of image number 1s. So stores are going to start bumping up their orders to be able to sell more copies. So it's a good thing that's coming out of this, which is fantastic. And these are just, the sad thing about this is, one, it shows how easily people are manipulated, not by us, but by like the group speak of things. Market manipulation, and now that's on everybody's mouth. Everybody's talking about market manipulation now. When we COVRPRICE put out a shaker video that we did for Absolute Batman 4. That was like $400, some kind of exclusive. And people are talking about it's market manipulation. Now they're all falling into this really sad area where you're allowing people to tell you what you need to buy, right? These people are all being told, they're all depending on other people to tell them what's hot and what they should be buying, which is fine. But when something doesn't hit or that they miss and that their guru, comic book guru, isn't the guy that told them to pick it up, then it becomes market manipulation to them, right? Which is sad because you're letting people tell you what you should buy and not focusing on your own ideas, on your own likes, on your own wants, your own energy when you go into a store to find what you like. And now it's just causing more people to just get into this groupthink. And that groupthink of market manipulation is going to hurt the comic book industry. Not a lot, but it's going to, put this cloud over it that shouldn't be there. And only the smart people, the people who understand, not smart, but people who know, you understand that this is just fun. and it's people jumping on a new trend and hopefully finding.
But to that point, it goes back to the whole '90s craze, right? So the whole '90s craze that started really with Superman 75, and then it continued on with Spawn and everything of Image and stuff like that. The difference, but you get what I'm saying. It trickled from all that stuff. So it's happening again, and yes, I think the shops. I agree with that. I'm going to say what I mean. The shops are going to order more books. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to happen. That's where the shops have to be cautious.
Right.
More in the lines of, instead of overbuying, they still buy according to what makes sense to them, and then let's see what happens from them. Because right now the trend is buy this book, buy this book, buy this book, and that's what ends up happening. That's where the shops suffer, because they have to be wise. Mm. I think a shop today, they don't survive on comics alone. They just don't. They survive on everything else that they have, and comics are there as an ongoing thing, so to get people in the shops on Wednesdays, and then whenever there's like a special or free comic book day or something like that. So what they have to do, really, in my opinion, as someone that's a friend of a shop owner, is still understand that what's happening right now seems to be a little bit of a craze going on. So yeah, maybe they'll buy a couple of more copies, but not break the bank for it. No. And I think that's what some people are worried about happening. I do believe that just people are just upset that this book is hot because it's hot, and they don't understand why it's hot. It's hot because it's hot.
Yeah. I think it's an awesome book. I bought a dork shirt, like Brett Bean put out a website for a t-shirt. I bought a t-shirt. I'm 100% in. I love this character. It was so much fun and so
I read it. I enjoyed it.
It is 100% enjoyed.
Yo, Chia, what do you got, Chia?
Chia, what's up?
Guys, this is not Dork and White Sky are very similar to, let's say, like when Something is Killing Children popped off or something else. But the reality is there's been an upswing on the market for the last 2 years. It started around Ultimate Spider-Man, and it's been picking up gradually, then hit the Energon universe, then the Ghost Machine stuff, and then you hit the Absolute stuff, and it went into hyperdrive. This has been a slow incline for a long time. Last year, there was a massive influx in readership from young people in the comic industry. They're transferring over probably from manga. They're latching on to things like Absolute Batman, which has a definite manga feel, with Dragotta having a manga influence. So there are new readers in the industry. And it's something and they're seeking out things like White Sky or Dork. They're not seeking out the old Bronze Age stuff that we used to love and that we trip over. They're seeking out the new stuff, their stories. And that's freaking out the old curmudgeons who are basically the Simpsons comic book guy telling people what to buy and when to buy it and how to buy it. They're a bunch of gatekeeping losers from the Simpsons that were mocked 40 years ago, and they become that. They became Simpsons predicting the future again, like usual. So they're not understanding. The young kids go on TikTok, man. Every Wednesday they're reviewing books. There's like 100 of those TikTok accounts now, and they're blowing up.
I'm too old to go on TikTok, bro. That's not gonna happen.
You don't have to go on TikTok. Fine. Get the reel in Instagram. Doesn't matter. The whole point is we're being left behind. There's a new influx of readers. They're looking out for things like Florida hippopotamus, cocaine hippopotamus. They're looking for this stuff. And the other people are not understanding that they exist. And they don't understand how their buying habits are. They're you know how, like, my friends always like, why does Marvel keep restarting at number ones? Well, these kids are reading manga. The manga's constantly starting at new volumes. C.C. Sobolski loves the Asian market. He loves the manga market. So Marvel thinks to themselves, why wouldn't we start Infernal Hulk when it's a new story with the same creative team at a new number one and create a new volume? That's how the new younger kids read. They don't read they don't want to fill these giant runs the way I want to do X-Men 1 to 400. They have no desire in this.
I'm not sure about that, dude, because One Piece has 106 volumes.
Yes, but they're volumes that they read. It restarts. It starts volume 1. Yes, it starts 1, volume 1. So it goes volume 1, 1 to 12. Volume 2, 1 to 12. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Each volume is its own thing.
Give it to Lando, or he's gonna fucking lose his paint pants in 3 seconds.
No, I'm not losing anything. look, I'm gonna be honest.
Let's do another giveaway though. If we have more giveaways,
We are going to do a giveaway right now. We are going to do one right now. But one thing that I wanted to say is that obviously I'm staying quiet because I want you guys to take the floor, because I'm going to end this at the end with an entire rant on everything. I'm happy you started to discuss example, not just the Reddit thread, but everything happening, market manipulation. I want to touch on all that, and you guys are doing exactly that, so I appreciate you. It looks like Love for Comics is throwing up his
nice
giveaway.
Ooh. While we're running this giveaway, I just want to point out that I disagree with one thing Greg said. He said Lateris and Chia are some of the hardest working people out here. And I just cannot sit here in front of the entire internet and allow him to say that Chia is a hardworking individual.
I assume they're all connected. I don't know. I assume they're all connected.
They are not, sir.
Listen.
Thank you very much. But it's all lies. It's all left arrows. And Chris,
okay, yeah, no, and I mean that genuinely. Like the work that it seems like the work he puts in is crazy. But to put this Reddit thing to bed, the only thing that was worthy of a Reddit conversation was Pacino shitting his pants last week. Yes, and that's about it. Other than that, nothing else needed to be a Reddit conversation.
There it is, man.
You know what? I think we should start that Reddit thread on the Comic Speculation podcast. Did this guy just shit his pants on air?
Bro, I want you guys to know that for myself, there was no coming back. Like, I could not plug anything. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't do anything.
You need to plug Chino.
Yeah, I was right.
Terrible.
But, all right, Love, what do we want to do as the hashtag, bro?
Vampirella.
Hashtag Vampirella, guys. Let's run.
Like nobody.
Make sure you spell it right, everybody.
Oh man, just right, Vampy.
but I agree with what Chia Pet said, is that the old heads, people like me, and those of us that have been part of comic books for a long time, you're right that they don't get what's going on, because for the longest time, like even just look at COVID, where everybody was speccing on easy stuff, right? It's easy to spec on Spider-Man, first appearances of this character because of the movies coming out, right? Everybody was specking that this character is coming out, and then that book would blow up and that character would never show up. So for the longest time, everybody's had an easy idea of what to spec on. Now, with this image number one craze, they don't know what to spec on. They don't know what's going to be hot, what's going to happen. And that's what makes this organic, is, again, these people are letting other people tell them what to buy. And these people who are telling people what to buy don't know what to spec on if it's not a movie. If it's not a media situation coming up behind it, if it hasn't been picked up, if it hasn't been optioned, these people don't know what to buy or what to pick out, or is real comic books.
I'm sure some shops just order based on old habits, and some shops just order, oh, that has a variant, I'm going to order because they have 3 incentives and want to hit an incentive.
Yeah, but it's also safe selling, right? They're being safe.
But they're not.
But that's the thing, is
they're not,
for the longest time, the last 4 or 5 years, stores have been over ordering, chasing the dragon, chasing the variants for the longest time. And that has been the trend of ordering comic books for the last 5 or 6 years.
Gabe, that's why I also like that second print. And I don't know if this is true, but this is the word on the street, right? I like that the second print was limited to 25,000. I think that was like a good move.
I think it's less. I think it was 20,000. But yeah, you're right, Greg. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. I think they should
do
do
that
that more.
Third print,
that
we don't know where that third print is at yet, because it's FOCing right now, right?
Yeah.
So that and we're going to have Brett Bean on the New Comic Book Show next week, and one of the things I want to bring up to him is, like, what's the print run? Like, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because second print is 20,000. Number 2, issue 2. When's the last time books have gone up in orders? Walking Dead. I don't know, right? Issue 2 is 70,000 copies for issue 2 already. That's
it's kind of
like Absolute Batman's print run went higher by issue 2.
Because I don't know if by issue 2, but I know by, like, in the teens, it's higher than it was for issue 1.
Well, yeah, that's
definitely
normal.
Definitely.
It's also what Chia said, like the momentum right now, right? Because, for example, like my shop, they kind of got, after COVID in the last year or so, it got to a point where they were basically essentially just ordering whatever people FOC'd and not bringing in a lot more. But since the absolute universe essentially has taken off, you're seeing them ordering a lot more of those. So overall, all these books that are selling well, it's doing really good for stores. You're seeing more people come in, more books selling.
Also, guys, what's really great about this, and I think it was mentioned before about how the spec during COVID was, oh, it's in a movie, so I'm gonna go do it. These books are just really well-written books that are getting traction. So like, even like, if you think about Absolute Batman, it's well-written. Dork is well-written. White Sky is well-written. You know, they're really cool ideas and they're paying off. That's what's the best about it, right? You know, like Absolute Wonder Woman, well-written. It's
guys, time out. We got 104 live watchers here and only 34 entries. Y'all better get those hashtags in there. Hashtag Vampirella. It's free, y'all. Come on.
So here's what I'm going to say. I don't think it's because the stories right now are good, because it's only one issue. We're only one issue in on these stories. Absolute Batman took its time.
The other ones too.
I think it has to do. It has to do with fan base, right? There is a fan base that's bringing them out. Now, time will tell. Really, I will say by like the 4th issues of these books, if the book is good. But there's also this FOMO that goes along, that will this be the next Invisible? Would this be the next Walking Dead? Right?
But guys, there's been always that in the independent world.
Yeah, there's always that. But that's the thing with these books, right?
Once in Future.
I remember when they used to do, is this the next Chew? I remember when Chew.
Well, Grimm had the same thing when it was like, Grimm is the next Something's Killing, right? So there's always this thing that happens during this time. I think what's great, my personal opinion is, what's great about it is that there is a new fan base. That's what I like to focus on the most about it, is you're bringing new readers in, new readers that want to read comic books. Yeah, they don't want to read the Marvel DC books, even though they're reading Absolute Batman. Why? Because it's a new take on Batman that is fresh and solid, and there's general excitement for it, right? Ultimate Spider-Man, same thing.
I think, and your prime example is Steve, by the way, who's here on the panel, dude.
But I think two things happen. Lapsed readers happen. Like Ultimate Spider-Man brought in lapsed readers. Absolute Batman brought in lapsed readers, and then the young reader jumped onto it. And Ultimate Spider-Man kind of appeals more to the 40-year-old, because Peter's a little bit older, right? So it's like our dream.
And that's why it trickled downward.
Yeah. Where Absolute Batman is a young up. Yeah, sorry, go.
Very quickly, I'm letting everybody know I'm drawing it while you guys are talking. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, continue talking.
Yeah, so it's like a mix of both, and they got drawn to those tentpole characters, fresh takes, and it's spawning. And let's see where it goes. I just hope, when I mentioned Izzy before, when I said it wasn't like the 90s, I just want to say that these stories are
Bruno.
Where the 90s stories weren't. You know what I mean? That's
where it's a good starting point.
Whoa, 90 stories? Come on, they were awesome.
Hey, I love Age of Apocalypse.
You gotta love the pouches. It's all about the pouches, man.
I'm a wrong.
Speaking of pouches, what's in the bag?
All right,
what's in the bag?
Here we go.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, nice.
It's a homage.
Man, her boobs are standing
Where's
up.
the showcase showdown?
Must be a superpower.
Yeah, wait, we got to congratulate the winner, Bruno.
$2, you win, Ollie.
That's awesome.
There you go.
But she
just saw the price of Dork and she dropped it. Yeah, I agree with everything that everybody's saying, because it is. I think it's honestly because we're getting new readers that people, gatekeeping is such a real thing. It's crazy, but I welcome them. And just going back to what Swag was saying in his video, Swag was defending you guys, and that was the best part about it. He's like, no, this is great. Look at this as a good thing rather than a bad thing. But the problem is that there's always this thing about how could this book be worth, like, who cares? If it's not worth 200 to you, don't buy it.
Yes, don't buy it.
Let's throw it to Love real fast.
Yeah, two things. Bruno, hit me up on Instagram or hit up with Lando, Black Crown Comics, and let him know the details so I can ship that to you. Also, I'm gonna run the giveaway for Instagram for that Absolute Batman 9.8.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm in that one. I'm in that one.
Wait, let me enter that.
Try
one
something new.
Oh, my.
See, hopefully this thing works.
I like that one. I'm in that one. Get me in it. I need an absolute Batman.
Oh, shit,
Balls.
who's the winner?
Well, congrats.
All right.
I'm not upset. I'm not mad. Lando,
Sharp
it's been
talk.
great. I'll see you later, dog. I'm out.
Trek, you had your win today. Enough.
Todd Sharp, congratulations. You're gonna get that.
It's never enough.
Batman
Enough.
#1.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Aw.
Damn. It would have been
Yeah,
cool
so
if it would
if
have
you
been one
guys
of you
are
guys,
wondering-
right?
It'll be okay.
I
buddy.
single-handedly talked Connor Hellebuck into the greatest game of his life.
How did this happen? He never plays good in big games.
Not anymore, big dog.
I'm fuming.
Yo, just to put it out there though, Love for Comics actually had a giveaway running on his Instagram for the Absolute Batman #1. I believe it was a CGC 98.
It was.
Yeah,
CGC
so-
98.
Thank you. Thank you.
I had a whole plan for that book. Thanks.
Wait, it was a 9.8. What happened to it now?
No, I'm just saying. I think he was giving away a 98. I wasn't sure.
Is
But,
currently a 9.8.
does anybody want to throw up another giveaway?
You know what? I didn't have a plan to give something away tonight, but I'm down. I'm down to do something crazy. But Bison's
Speaking of
locked
which-
and loaded.
Boss,
We got it.
This is
I want-
topical.
Here it is.
I want in on this
There we
book
go.
because I have a kid that's currently in college, so I need this book.
You need to pay tuition, eh?
Bison, we're doing.
Dude, man, I had to take out a loan, bro. I need to pay off that loan, so I need that dork.
What's that hashtag, big dog?
Let's just do hashtag Bison. Make it easy.
Like it.
Okay.
New hockey fan, Bison.
There we go.
Yeah. Speaking of new hockey
Noted
fan,
Caniac.
hold on. Let me see what Travis told me to.
I'm in.
Yeah, cocaine, I think, is what he said.
That's right. Let's go, Canes.
No. We'll do hashtag Bison. Easy, bro.
You Canadians are cooked.
Trek, if we meet in the playoffs and you take me out, I have to come down to
It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be great. I'll set the tailgate up for you and everything.
Oh man.
But I love what Izzy and what Chia was saying, that this is bringing in new readers, or that there's readers happening more in comics. Because I was a lapsed reader. Like after about 2015, I kind of stopped because the industry and the focus switched from stories to variant covers and gimmicks and restarting #1s, just trying to get people to buy books, not for the substance, but for, the gimmick of it, right?
Yeah.
In 2026, and I've said this before, I say this on the show, Orlando, every time, is 2026 feels like it's going to be the year of the reader. And we're getting stuff like this, like Dork and White Sky, and books that are actually want to be read, as opposed to just, I just want to collect the coolest cover and have the best covers. DC's Level Up, I think, is just going to be another phenomenal hit in terms of reading and stories. Batgirl looks great, or Batwoman looks great. Lobo with Scotty Young looks great. All those titles that are coming out look great.
Tell me how you feel
In the
about
idea
Titans.
of being able to read and having, creator control over those books.
But readers gotta support them.
Yeah.
Like all those initiatives, we need people to keep going beyond issue 1, 2, and 3. Because then they're gonna just cut them off at 5 and 6.
Well, that's the thing with Absolute Batman, is that every issue of Absolute Batman, something happens. Like
Yes.
it makes you want to read the next issue, and that is a skill set I think has been lost in the industry, where you don't want to really, you read books, nothing kind of happens, right? It takes, because they kind of write for the trades a little bit, but every issue something doesn't happen, nothing kind of hooks you and sticks you to go to the next issue.
It's the
But
manga.
Absolute Batman is changing that up, where
It's the
you
manga.
have to have something happen.
I'm telling you, it's that manga style influence.
Yeah.
It's a constant hitting you every single time.
Like, and that's the thing with manga.
Hey, Marcel.
Hey,
The thing with
Marcel,
manga,
you can hit me-
I've got
you can hit
to
me up
say,
and send it to me.
I've got to say, we're not telling you how to spend your money. We're just telling you to spend your money. That's all.
Ron's not telling you how much to spend it either. We talked about
Chia makes a good point. Like these series will die if you do not support them. We're not telling you which ones to buy. We're just telling you to buy them or some of them, whichever ones interest you. Just spend your money. That's all.
Read it so that you can get on to the next issue.
Yeah, read it.
Like, it doesn't.
But
at the end of the day,
but
you're absolutely right. You know, Gabe, you're right in saying that, because when you look at these books that sell because they're hot covers, the variant covers, the incentive covers, the 1 in 100s, the 1 in 1000, these books always make the list because of what they are, but they never last, right?
Correct.
After a while, they start to cool off, and then sometimes you even see them in a very, very inexpensive price. So when it comes to something like a Dork, when it comes to something like a White Sky, if the story lives up to the potential, which they could, then I could tell you they will hold value. They may not hold the value they hold right now, because right now this is just FOMO into it. But let's face it, they're gonna hold a specific type of value, and that's where you could say, okay, now
the
it's
enjoyment of
worth
the book value.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think what a lot of people don't get is that we're not going to be able to do the Bronze Age, the Silver Age books, even the Gold Age. They become difficult, but you have books that are becoming modern classics, and we have to take advantage of that. The thing that I'm upset about, because I'm like you, Gabe, I ended up coming in after the whole COVID thing, and just because I wanted to do a YouTube channel, so I went in and I said, why is there so many damn variants? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right? And it is. I honestly am not a big fan of the multiple variants. I get caught up in it like anybody else, because a damn good cover is still a damn good cover, right?
That's the problem. They get it.
You know what I mean? And we all get caught up in it. But what we know is a cover is nice, but it's so much better when there's a story behind it. And when the story is good, that book has a lasting effect. What everybody's hoping for about all this stuff is that these things will have a lasting effect. And yeah, listen, Marvel, you got to do better, because DC is kicking your ass because they're giving out really quality, good stories right now. And all Marvel's do is regurgitate.
I think Love's arm is going to sleep.
Yeah. Let's make him pick a hashtag.
No, the hashtag hero.
Hero.
Is that a Engu cover?
HERO. This is a variant cover of the Center Holds. It's a Hero Initiative project. I think this is probably Larry Hama's last book. What do you call it? It's signed by Jamal Igle, who's the cover artist. So Jamal signed this. He's from Brooklyn, and I happened to see him. Actually saw him today and yesterday at the City of Oaks Comic Odyssey here in Raleigh. And yeah, hashtag hero.
Very cool, man. Thank you, sir, for donating.
Proceeds from this book went to the Hero Initiative, which is created to help support creators in
legal rights,
of financial need, medical, even with trying to get jobs. So if you know a creator who's struggling, you might as well have them hit up Hero Initiative. They've given out millions of dollars to different creators to help them out. So definitely a good cause. Great book. I haven't read it yet. I do have all the covers to this. I even have a signed copy by HANNA. I think it's a 1 in 50. I don't remember the ratio.
That's awesome. That's a great giveaway, dude.
Thank you, sir, for doing that.
And it's signed, and it's gonna have a COA. I don't have it ready yet, but it will come with a COA.
Jamal's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. So I see him all the time over here.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to see him today because he was talking about going back up north because of the weather.
I hope he got here in time, man. They're supposed to. There's a band now.
Yep. So I don't know. Maybe he stood behind.
He probably did.
Oh yeah. So let's run this so we can keep the show going.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll run it right away here. I'm gonna just pull it up and guys, get it in. I'm gonna run this in about 30 seconds if that's okay with everyone. But hang tight, guys. I still have a lot to say about these topics we're talking about. So
you have opinions?
You called it a pipe bomb. You better have something to say.
You said topics. We've been on one topic.
You better be sitting on the turnbuckle with me laying on a broken table at this point.
let's just say
this dude thinks he's John Cena. All of a sudden.
Not said a single word because I sort of I'm listening to everything you guys are saying. I have so much I want to jump into, but I'll continue to wait. So let's see who takes this one home. Hashtag hero.
But Lando, because we talked a little bit about this, but just to kind of like piggyback off of what like Izzy was saying and Gabe and Chia.
Nice job, Corgi.
Though, the shops, like especially with Absolute Batman, right? You could have right now young readers reading Absolute Batman, and who are we to be like, why are these books popping? Why are these books like going up? A 12 or 13-year-old, I was telling you this, could be reading that book right now, and that is going to be their Batman. Like in 15
100%.
years, that's going to be the Batman
Miles Morales.
that they look at. Yeah, exactly. Like that can all be that's what I mean. It's weird when you just kind of see people behave a certain way or act a certain way when ultimately this is really good for comic collectors, readers, buyers, sellers, all of it. It's all good when books are moving and it's all like above board,
Greg, my nephew, when he first came from Greece, right? He was around 5-6 years old, maybe 7, and he turned to me one day and he goes, "I think I like Miles better than Peter." And I look at him, I'm like, "Listen. We all like Miles. This is a Peter household. Listen, no Bruins.
You don't say that out loud.
No Bruins, no Leafs, no Miles. That's how it works in this household."
Bro, it's funny
and I'm not saying like Absolute Batman's my Batman, but there might be a kid where that might be their Batman.
Absolute Superman is a more interesting read than Superman. That's the reality, guys.
All the Absolute books are more interesting than their counterparts.
Well, Wonder Woman, let's be honest. Wonder Woman's actually a pretty good read.
Wonder Woman is elite. It's elite. Like I just need to take a moment. Hayden Sherman.
Oh,
everybody on that book deserves all of the credit. I honestly, it is. I look forward to reading it more than Batman at this point, and that is a testament to how good that book is. It is incredible.
There's only one bad drawback of the Absolute universe. Only one. It's been a boon for the industry. It sucks all the attention away from other regular mainline DC stories, even if they're great. Tom King's Wonder Woman is good. Fractions Batman is legit awesome.
It's fantastic.
Good, it's awesome. It's fantastic. Yeah. Even Williamson's Superman is amazing.
Justice League Unlimited has been fantastic.
By Ward, World's Finest, also amazing. And they get no love.
Yeah, but Chia. But point being is though, is like, okay, the people that are reading those books are going to keep reading them. But with the Absolute stuff, you're seeing an uptick in people maybe pulling it, buying it. So that's like a whole separate thing,
I love them as well, Greg.
We got lots of giveaways here.
Yeah, just guys, if you don't mind, I'm gonna just run through them because we're hitting
do your thing,
the 2-hour mark. I also want to tell everybody who's on the panel tonight, guys. No one's forcing you to stay. If you guys want to dip, feel free. Hey, man, I
except me. This is legitimately a hit job, guys. Like he has me.
Gabe immediately dipped out.
What? I can leave? Yeah. My wife has already texted me. It's like, "You coming home, baby?"
I'll leave when someone shits their pants again. Then I'm out of here.
Give me a minute. I'm working it out.
Yeah, I could probably make that happen for you, my guy.
We gotta cut it short soon so I could go watch Knights of the Seven Kingdoms season finale.
This guy.
Oh, that's today.
Yeah.
You said you want to do a giveaway, man. What's up?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, let's give these away.
Right. Yeah, let's give these away.
Hashtag the Dabbler.
The Dabbler. Hashtag
the Dabbler. All right, so let's do that. So hashtag the Dabbler. I'll run that one rather quickly, guys. So make sure you start the hashtag.
The Dabbler. Also, Latera said this is a Travis intervention. If that's the case, you guys are doing a very poor job. I'm not changing anything. I'm never changing.
I'm not intervening anything with Travis anymore. Not these days, man.
This guy, I'm still annoyed at him. I just see him laughing and happy today. It's annoying. I feel it's all coming from USA's victory. All his smiles.
My wife was texting me mid sermon saying we just won the
gold.
Back. We just won the gold. I was like, I don't know what that says about you, but you're texting me mid sermon. We just won the gold. I love it.
I literally can't wait till the next in 2 years the World Cup. I'm fiending. I'm making team schedules. I'm making team rosters already. I'm so angry.
I'm all in on Team Jack Hughes gets a gold tooth. That should be the
He needs a gold tooth. That's
the gold
sure.
tooth.
Yeah, he needs a gold tooth.
All right, here we
So
go.
Izzy,
Here
what
we
are
go.
you
Here
drawing
we go.
now?
Who we got?
You'll see it soon enough.
Yo, let's go.
Bang.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Stay in limb. Let's go.
Guys, stay, I can't pronounce it.
Stay in limb?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for that. Make sure to message Steve. This is Steve over on Instagram for that giveaway.
We got another one?
Yeah, we got more. I know you guys are locked and loaded.
You might want to wait on this one because this one will pop up sooner or later.
Oh, okay. I feel like Comic Legion, hit me up and wanted to do a giveaway. Maybe we could do that. We hit 1,000 subscribers. We've got quite a few that subscribed tonight, so I want to thank you guys and welcome you all to the show. But we have a 1 in 1,000 of Ultimate Endgame to give away as well, man.
Right.
Is it? Does it have? Does it?
It has the spine ticks.
It has spine ticks. Oh, damn it!
All right, you know what? If it's got ticks, I'm entering this one.
Oh no, it may be a 9.2 or a 9.4. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
I'll take a 6.5. This cover is fucking fire.
By the way, we can all agree this is basically Andrew Garfield, right? Like,
Yes,
it kind of has a look, man.
The elite. You mean the elite Spider-Man? Yes, Andrew Garfield.
said that
Yes.
last
Oh,
time.
stop this! Tom Holland is Sorry, Tom Holland's movies are better. Andrew Garfield looked more like.
We'll take this. We'll take this off air, my guy.
I have my arguments. I say.
movies were better.
Wait.
Oh my God! What are we talking
how's
about?
This?
Did you
How's
watch
this? I'll
movies?
talk about better things. I say Maguire is the best Parker.
I'm
I
just
say
saying.
Garfield
Stop
is the best Spidey. I say Tom Holland's probably a little bit of everybody.
Tom
Ladies and
Holland-
gentlemen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We're about to get
We need
real
have
here.
a Spider-Man on. Okay, guys,
I said it.
when Spider-Man Brand New Day starts, we're having a group
Brand New
review.
Day, that movie already happened. Oh, never mind.
Anyways, so we'll do this. What's the hashtag that we said?
You have to pick it, bro. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hashtag
are you trying to
Garfield?
manipulate people going to the movie?
Sorry, hashtag the maker.
Spider-Man?
The
It's
maker.
like the maker.
Okay, I'm putting myself in this one.
Yeah, do it, man. Feel free.
Hashtag Travis is right. Yeah.
USA. USA. It's usually Gabe's thing, man. I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
But guys, man, back to the conversation very quick because you guys brought up some of the work and the stuff that we do, right? Like Lefteros, etc. I want to clear the air on something, on the manipulators, the influencers, etc., and the fact that I was even grouped into that category. I get it. Maybe some things I say might have influence on some people to maybe want to go pick up a book. I mean, you guys have said so tonight. Example, Greg said, I heard him talk about Dork, and so he made sense, and I decided he decided to do that. There's something I want to just put out there, and I've said it before, but I feel like it needs emphasis right now. Myself, Gabe, Cover Price, the crew, everybody on this show and that show, there's nobody, and I mean nobody, that tells us what to say or what to do. The data that's provided to us comes straight from Cover Price with what is happening on the aftermarket. There is no conflict of interest in anything. It is non-biased, and by no means do we care to say anything positive or negative on a book if it does not come from the heart. So myself, Gabe, I can speak for everybody over at Cover Price. What you're getting is raw reactions on things. In fact, if you go to New Comic Book Day, Gabe is here on the panel. He can tell you himself. Gabe comes into that show blind as a fucking bat. Does not have any idea what books we're even going to talk about because he just genuinely wants to have the conversation. And that is something I respect with Gabe. But myself, Image, hey, they ain't cutting me no check. Boom, ain't cutting me no check. Marvel, nobody cuts me a fucking check to say anything positive or negative about any book. It all comes from the heart. So when we were telling you guys at FOC to look at Dork and what we thought about that, the comparisons to Kanto, I didn't hear nobody else say that at the point that I said that. That was my genuine reaction to it. I felt like, Brett Bean had something going. And I've said this time and time again about every single book, every single week. I give my genuine thoughts on it. Sometimes it sticks with me. Sometimes it's something that I don't care for. You know how I feel about Star Wars, no disrespect, but it's not my cup of tea. And that's totally fine. Everybody's got something that they love and they want to pick up every single week. But for myself and for the crew, one thing I will say is if you're going to come after us with fucking facts, because by no means does anybody pay me to say shit that we say on any stream, whether it be this one or that one. Go check my whatnot. Oh, sorry, you won't find it because I don't fucking have a whatnot. I'm a buyer. I ain't a seller. If you go check my eBay, I haven't sold shit. And even if I did, what the fuck do you care? I am not pumping books out here saying, hey guys, buy this book. By the way, I have 20 copies. Nobody's doing that. Absolutely not one of us is doing that. And that is one thing that kind of fucking pissed me off.
Even if you were, there's nothing wrong with that because you're telling them to buy the books before they pop off.
Yeah.
And you know what, in all honesty, just to go over that one more time. So I've never seen you once ever push a book in the way that people are trying to make it seem. The only book I ever remember, my dog's having like a friggin' meltdown. The only book I ever remember you constantly, like just kind of DMing and hitting me up. I remember you saying, Greg, load up on Absolute Batman. That's the only book I've ever heard you kind of push me to be like, load up on Absolute. But that wasn't publicly, even though you might have said it, but behind the scenes, you were like, that's the only book I can ever say Lando ever really pushed on me. Not in a way like negative. He would just be like, hey, heads up. This is the book that you're going to want to grab more than one copy. That's the only time ever.
Greg, on a Monday show, I read Absolute Batman Annual 1, okay? I knew it would be popular. I knew it would pop off as soon as you read it. Had the political thing, it had great art by Daniel Warren Johnson, and it's on Absolute Batman Annual. I'm literally telling people on my show on Monday, buy as many copies as you can. If we're offering you 2, take them both. You will be happy on Wednesday and on Thursday. I'm begging them to buy it for cover price. Okay? Is that my benefit as a shop owner? No. What else am I gonna do, bro?
But you know what else this proves, Chia? You know what else this shows? It kind of proves what happens. Like, when there's disruptors in a space. You guys, I'm not saying you guys are new to this, but as your fan base kind of grows, you're kind of like the new guys. So you guys are kind of a disruptor because they're used to that old guard. Ronald, can you simmer down, brother? You guys are doing something a little different, and you're calling things out. And it's coming true, a lot of the things. Like, I'm not saying every book hits, but the few books lately you guys have highlighted, they've hit. And I think people are just kind of hating a little bit.
Yeah, I think this whole thing has been a group of people who missed out, who are order on a previous conceived way of ordering.
Hey guys, have a good night. I'm out.
Who are not
have a good one, bro.
Who don't read the book and don't pay attention, and then they got bitter and they're annoyed. That's all. Oh, let's see what happened here.
The 1 in 1,000. Let's see who's taking it all.
All right, manipulation, baby. Give me that comic book. Oh,
Becky,
nice job, Becky.
Hey,
congratulations, Becky.
Becky.
Well deserved.
Congrats, Becky.
Make sure to hit up Comic Legion,
The man.
over on Instagram. Definitely do that. But guys, I'm gonna, if it's okay, I want to dive a bit more into that conversation because, like I was saying, nobody cuts us a check to say anything, whether it be positive or negative. Man, it's all genuine and from the heart. It's our opinions. Sometimes people agree with us. Some people get mad at us, and that's totally fine. But on the manipulation part, don't include me in that mix. If you want to go talk about other people, feel free to do so. They can, defend themselves. I have nothing to say regarding that. But for myself, if you're going to bring up my name, well, then we're going to have this conversation. And even the crew. If you don't know how it works, don't fucking come at me. I'm going to be very transparent. You guys want to talk about manipulation. It's very simple. Chia was just talking about how myself, Lefteros, and everybody, we all put in the time. Jeb, who's here on the panel, we're all putting in the time to go through some of what we think is going to be, a hit, etc. Lefteros is working like a dog. And let me tell you guys, it does not work to our benefit. Not one bit. If I was a dirty flipper or whatever you want to label me, by all means, the FOC list would be the last thing I want you to see, because I'm going to order up for myself. How does it benefit me? So use that logic just a little bit and start to think. The guy is putting out information for FOC, advising people to buy in at the all-time low. Unless you're a retailer who's getting them at maybe $2 a pop, you ain't going to find lower than at FOC. So again, we're putting the information then we come out with the new comic book day video over on the Cover Price show, which we're just giving you guys the information of what we think is going to be worthy of picking up. Not because we're talking the aftermarket sales and the possibility of this book exploding. No, we're talking about what we think is going to be good reads, what you're going to enjoy, and we just dive briefly into it without giving too much away. Sometimes we have more information than we should, and sometimes we don't. That's the reality. But when it comes to all of that, again, by no means do we make anything in return. I'm telling you openly, it's costing me money to keep this fucking channel running rather than me making money. That's the reality. Now, we're going to talk, example, some of the homework we do. We talked about it within the show. We're looking, this looks like it's got potential. Who's this written by? The print run. Well, not many people talking about this one. I think this one might be a hit, etc. That's what, are some of the things we're looking at. First appearances, we're looking at covers. It's an artist's first cover, dude. And, you see potential. Look at Eom. Everyone's talking about Eom. But when we were fucking, highlighting some of Eom's work, when he did his first DC cover, we put it on FOC. That was a conversation. Again, it's not something that it's going to immediately pop tomorrow morning, but we just want to put the information out there. I'm not here to fucking manipulate. I'm here to educate the best I can and share my love of this hobby with everybody who's here. It's as simple as that. I can keep going. I got a lot more to say. Don't worry. I see you guys talking shit.
Keep going.
Oh, you're so spicy, buddy. This is good.
And this is coming from a Canadian. He's a nice guy.
You know what else might likely happen now? The other thing that might happen as well because of this is you're just going to see random books pop off just because people are going to try and chase that dragon again. You might just see random books just hit for no reason at all.
But that's going to end up being like a fault. Like, you get what I mean? They're all going to be chasing them, and then that's going to be overprinted stuff. And then, when everybody was going one way, you got to go the other way. Like, everybody's gonna buy Absolute Batman. Wait a second, what's Chip Zdarsky doing there on Cap, right? Because there's always that thing that's happening where you got to pay attention to the where everything is going, not just run where everybody else is. Because that's
the thing, right? That's the whole thing with hype, right? That's how hype works. Hype works in the way that once something's out, everybody gravitates towards it, and then it's no longer hype anymore until the next thing comes along, right? So the reality of it is that now we're at a stage where there is hype around these new books that are coming out. But the thing is, let me just finish the thought. The thing is that sometimes you gotta think ahead, and sometimes you take risks. And those risks comes in the form of buying a book like Dork that was cover price when it came out, and then the next day it sells out. So,
but guys, not even Dork. What about like a book like we talked about, Exquisite Corpses? It's legit awesome. Department of Truth, which has been going on for 40 issues. Guys, when they make a TV show of that, and I can tell you right now, I spoke to Simmons, I spoke to Tinian at Fan Expo last year. The show is happening. It's 100%. It's at the final stage. They basically told me it. That is exactly what the cultural zeitgeist is. It will be the biggest show on television. It's massive. Conspiracy theory.
You're not wrong.
It's been my favorite book for the longest time. Like that's one of the books that got me into reading. It's about time. Fuck trying to redo an X-Files. Just give us Department of Truth already.
It's even better than that. The concept that
I agree.
we make it into reality. Like if we believe enough into something, it becomes reality. It's kind of what Izzy said before, where people just follow manipulation and it becomes the reality of what it is.
There's a lot more truth in that book than there is in it.
Yes, it's crazy, right? Like
so.
Hold on. Because
can I point out one thing, that we have amazing opinions tonight, but we also have buku giveaways.
What is going on here?
So we're about to give away something sick. Let's throw it over.
All right. I gotta try this again. My kid is suffering right now. She might not be able to make it to school next week.
No apostrophe, right? No apostrophe.
Look at that thing.
This is signed Jay Gonzo.
Yes, this is amazing. I need this.
All right. What's the hashtag, love?
Dork
with a K.
Dork with a K?
With a K?
Dork with a K.
Oh gosh.
Dork with a K, y'all.
Now everybody's
I'm not gonna hashtag it. I'm just gonna type it so everybody knows.
I hashtag that. I
hashtag it. I need a dork.
Shout out to Scotty Doo.
Scotty Doo hooked this up?
Yeah, this was Presto, Scotty Doo, and these two other blokes.
Guys, we have talent like Jay Gonzo doing covers on so many things. And like we're in such a golden era of comics. Like as far as talent goes.
It's a theme for today.
Dragotta. These guys are all breaking the mold on what used to be comics. And we have people complaining. Come on, man.
You're so right. I mean, it's a theme for today. We are in a golden era of comics. We're in a golden era. We're in a golden era of USA hockey.
Guys,
We
have golden goals. I mean, this is just a golden day.
Motherfucker.
Just to get back on course, man. Something I want to say, man. Back to the cover price stuff, man. Somebody mentioned the top 10, and maybe people don't understand how it works, man. Look, there's other apps out there that everybody's aware of, Key Collector, etc. And they operate in their way. And I'm not here to judge them, man. I don't care. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm indifferent, bro. I really don't care. What I do know is about the Cover Price brand, and that, of course, what we do as, part of this company. The top 10 is basically, you should be embracing that as, it is way too late for me to buy this book. I'm going to hold out or whatever, because if it's trending, clearly it's not a good time to buy. But these are the prices that they are selling for. None of us are taking this top 10 and saying, oh, you know what? Let's just add this book so we can sell it. One thing that I want to put out there, man, and that not everybody had the balls to do, but shout out to Cover Price, and I appreciated the fact that we did this. Izzy, you were there with me on the top 10, and so were you, Travis, when Red Hood issue 1 took up the entire list, and there was hesitation. There was hesitation for the first time ever behind the scenes, where we felt, guys, what do we do? Do we put this book surrounding, the controversy that is surrounding the book? Do we want to put this out there, because the entire top 10 was dominated by it? What was the immediate response amongst the team? It was, guys, we have never once fudged with the numbers. We've never once manipulated this list.
That was the single toughest week, I think, for any of us, like at doing what we do at Cover Price. Like, it was kind of tough to talk about. Like, it was a tough week. You know what I mean? Like, it was a kind of a rough, just some tough subject matter, and we did tweak the formula a little bit as far as how we delivered the news, because it was so dominated by that Red Hood book. But behind the scenes, at the end of the day, we are absolutely responsible for the. I mean, we report the numbers. That's how it is. We don't control where the market goes. We don't control who buys what. But at the end of the day, we have a responsibility to report the numbers, and this is what the numbers said. So we did report those numbers. Now, we reported on other books after the fact, like we went all the way from 1 to 20, which is unusual for us. But at the same time, we reported everything that happened, and it was a tough week. But that's where we sit in this whole environment.
And at the same time, even when we get the list. When we get the top 10 list, we get it about maybe an hour or two beforehand, or sometimes if we're lucky, we'll get it just a few hours beforehand. And then when we see something like Dork number 1 dominating the list, or that week that we had all Mark Spears, the three of us especially, we're the first ones saying, oh man, what are we going to talk about all this time, right? But then we end up doing something about it. But when the Red Hood came out, I remember saying, yo, do we really want to talk about this subject matter, because it is so controversial to the point that it could actually hit us on YouTube in that way? If you say something or you do something, you know how YouTube is. It's crazy that way. And we were like, we report it, and then we're gonna do something, and we still did it. It was reported. The number was there. We ended up talking about the runner-ups a little bit more because we didn't want to focus all that attention on this one book and the reason why it was hot, right? Yeah. It has nothing to do with the book itself. It was the reason why the book was on the list that we were more concerned about. And we did it. We trooped ahead. We talked about it. We did what we had to do, and then we moved on and we continue. And when it comes to all this stuff, if it's on the top 10 list, it's because it's sold. It's selling. It's hot. That's why it's on the top list, not because we put it there. And that's the one thing I would say about all the lists I've seen. And you guys know me that do my lists. I do the list as well. I take all of them, put them together to find out what's really happening. The sales are there. The sales are there.
And to add to that, guys, that's another thing, man. When it comes to cover price, look, Lefteros does his FOC and New Comic Book Day selections all by himself, dude. Like, no one's telling him what to put. No. Dude, it has happened in the past where certain, indie writers, etc., are hitting up myself or him and saying, hey, what would it take to make this list? And it's, dude, it comes down to one simple thing. What do I think right now is going to be a book that has the potential that should put, people on it should be on their radar, etc. Like, example, Lefteros himself is doing the homework. He's looking at all the things I was saying beforehand, whether it be the first appearances, whether it be a first artist or first this, or you know what, this looks like it's just going to be a fun time and it has potential to be optioned, whatever. All of those things are great. He's doing the research, and he does that mostly by himself, dude, as you guys can see. But what kind of bothers me is, example, we're out here telling you guys FOC, New Comic Book Day, and we're trying to give you guys this information so you could buy in on the low, which doesn't benefit any of us, but yet we're being accused of fucking manipulating the market. And then on the other hand, you have people dropping FOC videos every single week. And just recently, we get an FOC video where they're saying there's market manipulation happening out there. I don't know how, but it is happening, and that's what it is. That is some.
But I know it's happening. Yeah. Of course.
Can you stop manipulating the market and just give something away, for Christ's sake?
No, but guys, all jokes aside, man, that is an accusation. That, like, how do you go out there saying there's market manipulation happening? I don't know how, but it's happening.
I can't prove it, but it's happening.
I can say so many things are happening in this world. I don't know how, but it's happening. And that just doesn't add up. It doesn't hold any weight. My point being is, sure, there might be some manipulation of some sort happening. Let's talk exclusives very quickly. Look, he's holding up an exclusive. That is manufactured scarcity, guys, right? And look at what exclusives are doing. Are they not selling right now in fucking pallets because they need to offload them and make some coin back, right? That's the reality of what's happening on that end. But here, where things are actually happening organically, people are interested, people do care. You want to spew some fucking bullshit to turn people off? Come on, man. Come on. Chia was saying it, and he's on the money when it comes to there's young readers, new readers popping in, going on TikTok, This is their Batman, and it's the reality. Whether you want to accept that or not, the Batman that you and I grew up with, whether it be Adam fucking West, whether it be George Clooney, whether it be anybody, that was your Batman. Right now, we're living in a time.
Worst ones.
George Clooney.
Dude,
no, he didn't say Val Kilmer.
Bat nips.
Hey, don't disrespect the bat nips.
Bat
Yeah,
nips.
exactly. We all
We've had hard nips and we've had bat nips.
But you guys get my point. Is like,
yeah,
right now is the time.
I
where,
just think it was mean that the guy was telling him to unfollow us.
Yeah,
Fuck
the
that.
fact that he
You, bud.
said that,
I haven't
that's
done
the part
anything
that's
to
kind of
nobody.
like messed
Yeah.
up. Like,
he's like, you know what? Block them and unfollow them, bro. Really do a number on them.
But guys, I'm not even focusing on that moron.
I'm on a
Yo, bro.
I didn't even know the chat was a
Fuck that
speculation
guy.
chat. It's so ironic.
I didn't know we were a podcast.
Hey, guys, it's running for the dork number one, by the way. Yeah,
Oh,
me neither.
man.
Did I enter this one? I don't think I entered this one.
You didn't enter.
Too late. Oh, darn it.
Ah!
Big win.
There goes my Disney trip. Thanks,
Rigged.
guys.
No, but you know what? It
Great
reminds
win.
me-
Great win, 7.
It actually reminds me of one book that I think stood out more than any other book. If you guys remember that made a list, and we all asked the
Yeah.
same question.
You see what
Batman
the said?
Dark
Sorry.
Patterns issue 2. Remember that book? Remember that book hit, and we all said we don't know what the reason for this book being. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's a book that came and went, and no one understood what happened to that book. That was a good example of a book that people like. What's going on here?
Here's something I want to bring up, man. And like I said, bro, it's no shade. I just want to be realistic
this is
of
facts,
what is happening. Okay, I get it. The whole buyer beware. You're taking precaution because you want to also let people know, hey, look, there's a current trend happening. We don't know how this is going to play out. For me, I'm going to be honest with you. When I read that coming from them, it does come off as we completely fucking whiffed on it. I apologize.
Yes.
But yeah, be cautious of what's happening. And I can give you an endless amount of books in which they did this with. Absolute Batman number 1, the blank, was actually one where they put up a buyer beware. Then you have Nightwing 122, another Batman, another buyer beware, where that ended up happening. You got Batgirls 13, man. I don't know if you guys remember that one, which was a connecting boom again. Buyer beware. You had, I think, Greg, you were reading Batman Dark Patterns, no? Everybody was kind of.
It's maybe
Batman Dark. Apologies for the language, but Batman Dark Patterns absolutely fucks. It's
yes,
so good.
It was probably the best Batman book of the last year.
Yes,
but it was a book that no one understood why it was selling.
It was just really good. Dan Waters killed it. That's what it was.
But my point being is, I can go on forever with
Dark Patterns was slept on. It was a really good Batman book.
Yeah, they're gonna do a sequel from Dan Waters because it was that good. You know, that book, Key Collector is not paying attention. It's not reading the books, or whoever's writing for them doesn't understand why it's good. But the people at the shop, you know, a shop is reading it and he's telling his customer, "Hey, man, pick this up." Or one of those younger kids is reading it, or whatever, or somebody's reading it, or BC is reading it, or Greg's telling people to read it, or Travis is. And then it picks up momentum, and then the shops didn't order enough of issue 2, right? Because it's a number 2 instead of a 1, and then nobody could find it, and then that's why it goes up. It's organic.
Yeah.
And it stays up because by the time they could respond to issue 3, or the demand for issue 2, 3 has went back up the ordering. Because people wanted 2 so badly. You know, that's what I think happens.
Yeah, hold on. We can continue the conversation in just a second. Bison's been kicking it around, waiting to give away some books as well.
Yeah, let's just hashtag Bison and we can just run 3 back to back.
Okay, I got this one already.
This man is trying to give away books, guys.
Also, I
want
to comment on this. Is Tuesday morning, usually Tuesday morning or Tuesday, I'll go to the Cover Price website and I'll look at the FLC list, which is a very, very nice format to look at. And then usually sometime before Sunday show, I'll go over that list again. And then when the show runs on Sunday, I like to look and say, oh, yeah, I had that book on my list, or I had that book on my list, or I might not have had that book on my list. Because I guarantee you, everybody said it, Lefteros is putting in so much work, and he really doesn't sleep. You can find him on the Discord server. It's like 2 or 3 in the morning. He's just like, you know, if you get him fired up, he's gonna talk to you for a while.
Yeah.
And so like I know some of the work that he puts in, and it's a lot. But like for me, on Sunday evenings, I like to look forward to seeing, oh, did I pick that book also? You know, or if it's a number one, then I'll look at I'll go see what it's about, you know, and I'll say, oh, that sounds like a pretty good story. Also, does this sound like something that could be optioned for a movie later on down the line? Okay. And I've never heard Lando say, go ahead and grab a bunch of those. I've never heard him say that. I've only ever heard him say, I'm going to definitely pick up one of these also. And he doesn't have a whatnot. He doesn't have eBay, none of that. I've never heard that. So, you know, it's just wild that, you know, you know, somebody could just come in. I wonder if these are new people. You know, here's what I think. How long has Absolute Batman been here? What, 18 months maybe? I don't know how long it's been here.
18 months.
Yeah, it's about 18 now.
So how many people came in new from Absolute Batman? I know a lot of people that I've shared those books with that have bought some from me, that were brand new, like they never had comics, and they had already heard of it. And then now they're wanting other books also that they've been reading for a while now, and they're saying, well, what else is new out there? How much of those new people are the people that are saying, well, the market's being manipulated, and the market, you know, that kind of thing? How much of those people are the people that are brand new and they just don't know, you know, and they're wanting to cause a stir? I have no idea.
Yeah, my suggestion to everybody at all times, and this is why I run the show the way I do, man. I try to cover as much possible within a span of 2 hours, right? And I want to bring you guys the biggest news that's happening. I want to bring you guys some of the books that are selling on the aftermarket, but most importantly as well, the FOC, the pre-orders. And I put emphasis on this every time, man. FOC is key to collecting in modern time. That's my honest opinion. If you whiff on books at FOC, you completely skip on them, you're stuck having to play Wednesday fucking Warrior, which is not a fun feeling, especially if you got a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Your shops may already be hiding copies in the back because they want to make extra coin. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what the shop wants to do, by all means. But FOC is key, man. Whether it be with, you know, the shops that we talk about here or any shops, local, whatever. Guys, if your shop is still doing a pull list with you via emails or whatever, they're living in the fucking Stone Age. Pre-order. Get on FOC. Figure out how to get it with your shop. I don't care how, but just pre-order your books. That's my suggestion to you. It's when you're going to buy your books at the all-time low. After that, you don't got to worry about Wednesday Warrior shit unless your shop is shady. If your shop is shady and they keep telling you, even though you send them an email and said, hey, order me dork number 1, and then you go on that Wednesday of release and they tell you, sorry, we got shorted. Hey, you might want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but my experience, dude, lots of times they're already fucking flipping that. It happened to me firsthand downtown Montreal, bro. I walk into a show, I walk into the shop, and when I walk in, I was looking for a book, Miles Morales. If you guys remember, he had the first appearance of his sibling or whatever. I forgot what the name was, but I walked in looking for that book. The guy goes, I don't have it. We sold out, but here, hold on. He goes into somebody's reserve and pulls it out and then puts it at the front of the counter. And he's like, this person had it. And if you want, I can let it go to you for $20. I look at him. I'm like, you're a fucking sleazeball. I am never coming back here again. Right? Shops like that exist, guys. That's do exist.
Terrible.
Yeah, but it's like what I don't understand is, I mean, if somebody's really into reading comics or even just buying them for the art or the cover or whatever, why are they not looking at FOC every week. Why would you not be? I mean, why would it not?
Congrats,
Oh,
boss
let me
lady.
write this down.
Boss lady, let's go. Hey, time out. I just want to say that
Don't get her angry.
I decided to change the wardrobe a little bit in celebration of Bison's giveaways as the freshly minted Caniac.
Oh, I can't
There it
believe
is.
that.
There it is.
He's on such a high. I
You
can't.
know, they told me
Y'all
they
got-
told me
I
to look
thought
up the
I
Habs, but then when I did, and then it wasn't even the real name of the team, and then the Canadian was spelled weird, and so I was like, no, I'm just gonna listen to Travis on this.
Yeah, right.
No.
You're closer.
Yeah,
You're closer
don't
to
listen to
me than you are to them. That's why
Don't
you
listen
should
to
just cheer
Travis.
for us. And Florida is not the South, so
Especially, yeah.
this is how we roll, dog.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
we doing hashtag Bison again?
yeah. It's already hashed. It's already in there. Let's just
Hashtag Bison.
This
If you didn't, because here it is. The next, and
But,
you know,
but Lando, to Chia's point, and to Chia's point, sorry, Izzy, to Chia's point, to what Bison just said, and what Letheros have been saying, the only people that are really bitching right now are the ones that just didn't FOC it, and they're the ones now just complaining about it. There was plenty of opportunity for people to pull it, and if you missed out, like that happens. People miss out on books. It's not a big deal. You can read it digitally, or you can get the 3rd or 4th or 5th print.
and
Yeah.
you know
Right,
what? It also
right.
comes down to maybe you just don't have good taste, bro. Like honestly,
Like,
maybe you
here-
can't tell if a book is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Some people just don't have good taste. You know, that's
Here's a perfect example right here.
People
I
aren't
saw this
reading
on
books either.
FOC. This was on FOC, and I had just saw an article on social media about a Florida man that tried to baptize an alligator with a pitcher of water in a Waffle House parking lot. And I was like, and I saw this on FOC, and I'm like, you better believe I'm about to get this book. I mean, no one had mentioned a word about it. I just saw it, and I was like, oh, yeah, that looks great. And so I picked
Dude,
up several
everything-
copies.
Everything you described is basically a Tuesday night for Travis. You guys know that.
the local
I'm
sports
more
radio,
concerned about his Saturdays.
and the local sports radio up here has a segment, wacky stories from Florida, like the Montreal, because there's so many wacky stories from Florida. That book hits the exact sweet spot.
Didn't they do a Netflix show like that?
I just want to
Just
say
recently?
someone said Habs forever.
What,
and I just
eliminating
wanna
property
correct-
tax? Not a wacky
I want to
story.
correct them to Habs until 1993. That's what I.
Hey,
said.
Nostradamus, man.
Good job, Master Venom. You know, like,
Hey,
like I always thought I was a decent human being, but the fact that Travis is happy brings me with rage. So it clearly means I'm not a good person because I shouldn't have so much rage with somebody else's happiness.
I mean, you guys, you all hashtagged Bison already, so we're
One
gonna
more.
run this one as well.
One
That's
more.
a nice one. That's a nice
The
cover.
variant, it's a variant.
run it
cover here.
back, run it back
Run
for
it
the
back.
Canes fan.
I also wanted to just add a caveat. A lot of this, like the information that we put out on this show, on Lefteros, on Cover Price, it's a joint effort. Like there's constant
Hey!
happening.
Dave.
Oh, Dave! Congratulations, Dave. I see him all the time.
It's all about sharing information. You know, Steve may read a solicitation and say, "Hey guys, did you see the solicitation?" Or Bison might bring it up, and then somebody else reads a little bit more about it, and there's conversations happening in the Discord. You know, and then like people are like, "Hey, that sounds like a good idea." You know, maybe I'll give this a read. You know, or if I don't know, do a power bomb. Jolando loved do a power bomb, right? Because he loves wrestling, so he gave it a shot. And then he's like, you know what, Daniel Warren Johnson is really good, you know. And then he follows him there, and then he recommends it to somebody else, you know. Jeb is like a history knowledge buff. He connects like weird dots in Marvel history. It's like weird, you know, like all that communal sharing. And when you share through the love of the comics, I think you get a better result. To be honest with you.
I have learned more about Marvel history from Jeb in the last 6 months than I have learned in 35 years of life on this planet.
Jeb,
but don't ask me, like, straight up, don't ask me, like a question now because I won't remember shit. So.
My favorite thing is when his theories are way cooler than the story that happens. That's the funnest thing that happens. That I'm like, that was a way better idea, Jeb. Or Jeb hits me up with that all the time. Yeah.
Very quickly, I want to shout out everybody who gave some super chats tonight. You have Chad Cave who came in with $10 twice.
But he wants results. He wants farting on air.
Bro, I didn't have my pastas today, man. So
I mean, I could give it a shot, but we might have a historical moment on the internet if I really try.
You're gonna be
all gas, no brakes.
More historical than last week. Yeah,
it's gonna be a little more than gas, big dog.
Travis is gonna be responsible.
I want a little flame when he does it too, just to see the big explosion happen.
I was gonna say he's gonna be responsible for a 5.3 magnitude coming out of Carolina, man.
Chib's gonna feel it coming, nation.
I definitely wanted to say thank you guys for sure. There's still a few more giveaways to go. I know we got one for sure. I think on our panel we're pretty much done, right? We're nothing else to.
I got the one, but it's still in progress. We'll get.
So
let me know when it's time. Let me know when it's time.
Izzy, I don't want to rush Art, but
it's time.
Drawing one, man.
I'm not. I won't be able to finish it here anyway, but I'll show it to you guys.
Guys, Michael Baker, like I said, is not really in the chat, but he wanted to give away this what if, and of course with Doomsday, slowly the clock is already ticking for Doomsday, and it's approaching faster than we think. But he wanted to give this away, and I want to say thank you to Michael Baker. Sorry.
#Baker.
Absolutely, it's going to be #Baker, and I want to make sure that you guys all get in on this because it is such a wicked giveaway. So thank you, Michael Baker, for being part of this channel from day one, man. Literally hitting me up with Baker Shakers. Guys, the private chat is fucking killing me right now. You can't do this to me, man.
Yeah,
you can't do this. But yes, get that in.
I haven't said much tonight. I'm gonna tell you.
Shut up, Steve. You said enough.
Just one thing.
He loves me. He's getting ready to profess his love to me.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
All this crap about manipulating. Yeah. If people actually read their fucking books, it'd make a big difference. Nobody's reading their books anymore. So I think if you read your books, it's gonna make a fucking huge difference.
This coming from the new guy.
Steve, Lando, hold on. Steve, for 1 sec, Lando, okay? Steve, I was you like 3 years ago, okay? So I totally get where you're at, and it's absolutely right. Because you know what I found the more I got into it? None of these motherfuckers read books. None of them. They talk about it. They complain. No one's reading books.
Lando doesn't even know how to read.
Huh? Oh my God. Greg, you know what? You know when you catch a guy? You know when you catch a guy who doesn't read books? You know when you catch them? It's when they come out and say something like, "Oh man, there's no good modern books now." And then you start asking him questions. Are you reading Department of Truth? Are you reading Something Is Killing the Children? No. So what exactly are you reading? What have you tasted and tested out that you see that there's no good books? I don't get it. No?
I read whatever my wife tells me to read.
Maybe I'm going just a bit too far on this, but man, I know for a fact that there are a lot of YouTube content creators related to the comic book space that are putting out content and not even reading the books. And they're the ones that are standing on their fucking soapbox saying that the hobby is dying, saying that comics are dead, saying that this and that is just complete nonsense. Dude, I see it firsthand and I'm there and I can't help but giggle and laugh and be like, dude, I don't know how you even have the mind to want to put out such content when you've yet to have the discussion. I would happily invite anybody who wants to have some of these discussions when it comes to the hobby and where we stand right now. Guys, I'm seeing it just amongst us, okay? And we're nobody, bro. We're just a piss in the bucket when it comes to the actual...
Speak for yourself.
What?
No, but what
he said piss in the bucket, so it's not about...
You said nobody's. Hold on. Pump the brakes there, pal.
Dude, you know what I mean, man. Like
my mom says I'm somebody.
We don't have that impact on the community whatsoever. But what we do have, and I see it here, look at all the people that are here hanging out tonight, man. The people will come back weekly. I said it from the beginning, man, that I'm gonna grow this channel organically, man. And there's nothing wrong for those who choose to, let's say, pay for subscribers or pay for viewers. I do, to each their own. That's fine. But I just wanted to build a space where I can geek out with people. And I'm doing that every single week. So for me, that's already a win, bro. It's worth every penny that I'm paying to keep this channel open, man. I've I've touched on a few things tonight, man. But when it comes to everything that's going on and everybody talking the market manipulation and the hobby is dead, you've heard me say this countless times before, man. That the hobby being dead, bro, it is actually the complete opposite. When you look at some of the data that we pulled out of COVRPRICE just in the last 2 years, man, it's like almost each year starts to exceed the other. We have surpassed the numbers in COVID. I don't know if you're aware of that, but we did touch on that. Travis, you remember, right? We did the end of year. We have surpassed COVID numbers, and everybody thought that the COVID boom was where, oh my God, comics are thriving. No, the most idiotic prices for certain books ended up happening, but in reality, the hobby is now thriving. Go walk into your shops, you're going to start to see a little more faces. I've been seeing that a lot. I've been noticing that a lot. Books are selling out rather quick. Some of them don't even make it to the shelves because people are hitting up their shops prior saying, hey, can you save me a copy? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I don't know, man. I'm baffled by some of the stuff that I see online, some of the content that's being made where, bro, fuck, we're seeing YouTubers go at each other's necks for no reason. And I don't even consider that content. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That's Maury Povich fucking off of Timo. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Lando, you are not the father.
Yeah, cool. I don't care.
He's like, you said Maury. I had to say it. I had to drop the line, my guy.
He's too happy.
Hold on. We're gonna run the giveaway, and then we'll start to wrap up because I do have a bit more that I want to put out there. And yeah, that's that. So 62 entries. We're drawing it. Let's see who's taking home. That's
Baker
from Michael Baker. And it's going to Ozzy.
Nice.
Wonderful dude right there.
All right, Ozzy, I'll send you my address. You can just forward that directly to me, my guy.
I love it, man. Congratulations, man. It's the slab generation. They don't want to read books because they're slabbed. They want wall books for show. They justify more rare, ugly barcodes on their wall. Yeah.
I like it.
There's a lot of it's not only the readers not reading, like the shop owners who own shops. I've talked to many shop owners before we opened our shop, and I would tell them, have you read this book? And they're like, no, I don't really read. I don't have time to read books. It's your literal job to know what's happening in the book. So you can recommend it to your reader. Because Steve likes some books that Gerlando doesn't. And then Travis will like a style that Love doesn't like. And so on and so on. And the more variety you know about your customer, the more you could recommend something to them. How do you not know what's going on in the book and the product you're selling? It's like being a cocaine dealer and not tasting a product. It's crazy.
If you have a customer who likes a gold medal product versus a customer who likes a silver medal product,
oh my God,
then you can absolutely recommend one product over the other. That's how it works. You're right on it, Gia.
I think this is a very solid comment, bro. Is if you like slabbing, displaying whatever the heck you like, it's fine, man. I hope you enjoy it, but leave other people's shit alone. It's really what it comes down to, bro. And you know what, man? I think that stands in pretty much everything in life, bro. If you collect slabs, you want to flip or whatever it is, by all means, no one is, at least not for me. I ain't gonna judge you, bro. You do you. I've got friends, dude. Greg is here with the American flag in his hair.
I don't understand. Aren't you from Toronto?
No. He's American.
Oh, that's fine. So I dislike you as much as I dislike Travis right now.
He's turning heel. He's basically.
I just, the one thing I regret now is not rubbing it into about the Four Nations Cup more. That's what I regret.
Yeah, you held back. You held back, and it backfired, my guy.
I was too gracious. Now I will learn from this.
Y'all are not ready for me and Greg tag team duo. You're not ready for that.
I will learn from this. I will learn from this.
Izzy, how much time you need?
Give me 5.
Give you 5. All right.
Give me 5. And then tell me.
We got one more giveaway. One more giveaway that's being made for you guys tonight, literally from scratch. Izzy is a phenomenal artist. If you guys didn't know that, he's actually going to be at Heroes Con.
And so are you, aren't you? Right?
Well,
we gotta work on that.
If all goes well, I'm there. But
yeah, man, we gotta get him. Me and Travis are gonna be hanging out in Heroes.
I can facilitate anything I need to facilitate for you to get your ass to Charlotte, North Carolina in June.
We gotta get him there, guys. We gotta get Lando.
There is no barrier to Lando hitting the U.S. in June at all. All he has to do is just make it happen.
Is it cool? Is it cool if we hashtag Izzy? I think it's more than fair.
Sure.
All right, let's do that. Awesome. I think we lost paperweight. Yeah, we did. But anyways, guys, all of this to say, man, when it comes to the conversations surrounding the internet lately, man, and social medias, etc., sure. I mean, manipulation does happen. Like I said, man, it's, you know, you should be cautious and also conscious of what is happening. Pay attention. You know, the whole thing that we say, Lords of the Long Box, pay attention to the tea leaves, man. That's something that we do as much as possible. We're looking at what's happening, print runs, etc., as we were saying throughout the show. And if you think there's a manipulation happening, if you see a book on the top 10, I think that is the time to maybe shy away.
I think also this whole thing about
and you're crazy.
You have to be the person who controls the supply. The manipulation has to come from the actual publisher. They're the ones who control the supply. No individual shop has enough of the supply to create a manipulation factor. Plus, no one is selling a indispensable resource. We're not selling water here, guys. It's comics. If the price is out of whack, the customer will just say no. Obviously, the market could bear the price because someone is buying it. And thinking that the person who's buying it is some kind of sheep because you don't like the book is the height of arrogance, to be honest with you. Who are you to protect somebody else, you arrogant SOB? You think that you know better than somebody else where the person wants to spend their money? None of this makes any sense. No. Like it's weird. Like, who's controlling the supply? How many copies did you buy? 70,000? The two shops buy all the copies to control the supply? Like, it's weird. Like when Greg mentioned and Gerlando mentioned that exclusives could be controlled. Yeah, because that one shop controls the supply. That's different.
Yeah. And one thing that I guess maybe people don't understand is whatever's happening on the aftermarket right now. You know, I said it before. I don't get anything from let's say these publishers, or like there's no kickback for me. So I don't whether it's positive or negative. There's nothing. I just speak as a fan. But when it comes to what's happening right now, you think they're not riding the wave, right? What I said earlier, I meant that, man. This is good PR. I literally had the writer of White Sky on the stream where I said, is it not good publicity for you guys right now? White Sky is now crushing it on the aftermarket. What do you think they do? They rush immediately to a second print. Brace yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a third print for that one. Dork doing the exact same thing. They don't give a shit. Hey, 25,000 copies. Now there's a buzz for it. Let's go. Let's do it again. Third print. Bring it.
You know, that's funny that the European artists have no clue about second and third prints. I was talking to De Mayo, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to second print. Second print? And then his agent's like, yeah, man, they print out as many copies of your work and many versions as they want. The guy was aghast. He's like, what? He's like, you get no extra cash, bro. They just keep printing versions of your copies, and they don't care. Yeah, it was for one of his
the art from you once, and that's it.
Yeah. It was because his cover was going to be the Virgin 1 in 25 for the second print. And I'm like, yeah, they're making a Virgin version of this for the second print. Second in print. Like, he was like, what is happening here? He couldn't believe what was going on. It was amazing.
That's hilarious.
I don't think any of this is a bad thing. Like, bad publicity is still publicity. Even if you don't want it, you're getting it. That's the way it is. Fuck it. Let's go. I'll take it.
How many people are logged in already?
Oh, for the giveaway, we've got quite a few. We're already.
Do I need to show an existing Izzy piece because I
Yeah,
got
why
it?
not?
Like,
You can show an
like
existing piece if you
5
want to.
seconds. Give me 1 second.
Hold on.
Give me a little more minutes to work this thing out.
Yeah, because we are already at 51 entries for this one.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm kind of jealous because, as Travis said, he's gonna go and pull up some of the original stuff that he's already received from Izzy. And dude, the guy puts out some amazing work, as you can see. Hold on, boom!
Oh, damn!
Nice.
It's literally my favorite book.
It's awesome.
It's sick, dude.
But Aussie, I'm serious. I will rip ass for a House of Secrets 92. Legit.
Is that before or after
I just
the
muted my mic?
Izzy, what's that null in the back?
Oh, that's the one I did this a couple of days ago, actually.
Oh,
this is one I did about 2 days ago.
Let me see. Hold on.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's nice.
You still have the Constantine one?
No, that's gone.
JSA
JSA has the Constantine.
I'm gonna bring that Swamp Thing to Heroes and just show it off and not sell it to anyone. I'm just gonna put it up on display, like it's for sale, but I'm not gonna sell it to anyone. Everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, can I buy that?"
You could put one of those sold signs on it, just so people could see it.
You like that? Cool. It's not for sale.
All right. So I actually started working on this. Oh, yeah, yesterday. I started working on this yesterday, but we're getting to that point that we're done with it. So I don't know how you guys feel about Blue Beetle.
Who
I love
you guys
Blue Beetle.
You like Blue Beetle? You like which
What's not
version?
to love?
You like Hyman or Ted?
Love them all.
I'm scared to answer because I'm scared it's not the right one.
Well, okay.
Turning around.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
God damn.
My guy Teddy.
Am I allowed to enter on my
That's
own?
wild.
Holy shit, dude.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Time out. I thought I had the best Izzy product. What the fuck is this, dog?
Dude, man,
Well,
you can't.
are we
you
getting
gotta
it
keep
signed
getting
or
better,
what?
man. You need to sign?
Are you gonna sign it?
Well,
Gotta sign it.
well, yeah. Eventually,
No,
when it's
no, you
done.
need-
That's wonderful.
yeah.
This is
Is
incredible.
this the giveaway?
Yeah, dude,
This
that's
is the
sick.
giveaway.
Oh my god, man! I am entering on this.
Wow.
one. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Y'all, let's go.
yeah,
Izzy,
let's
what's
bring
the
it home with-
hashtag?
It's already up.
Hashtag Izzy.
It's hashtag Izzy.
All
I
right,
thought you
I'm
were gonna
in.
write hashtag butthead for a second.
No,
I should.
Right.
felt bad for you on that one.
No, I love it. I love it, man.
It's fantastic. He
When
fit right in.
I'm a kid from New York, man. You got to be able to handle this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I do want to say shout out to Bill for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Just super excited for him as far as White Sky is concerned.
Yeah,
just,
that's amazing.
Just an awesome
That was cool.
thing. I could not, like, I always try to think of like what if I was in that situation of how excited I would be, and like that guy's got to be so excited. So
And dude,
super excited for him.
his repertoire, his resume is legit. Like
Yeah,
he worked
so
on some big IP guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
legit.
today years old when I found out he worked on Mafia 3, and I was obsessed with that game. So kind of almost a little starstruck tonight, which doesn't usually happen for me.
He also worked on Infamous. Guys, that's
Yeah.
legit, bro. These are big
Infamous-
time properties.
Infamous was amazing.
Yep, it was, dude. I remember you loving
It's
that game. When
honestly one of my favorite games of all time.
So hint, guys, he's connected in that field as well as probably the entertainment field. That's all I'm saying, guys.
Guys, Mafia 3 is great, but I remember playing the first Mafia when it came out, dude, on PC, and I was
Shocked that the Italian loved the Mafia game. Guys, I'm
I
proud of
bet
that.
you sucked at the car racing mission.
No, it was great, bro. I still remember the song by heart, man. Like it plays in my head at random while I'm sleeping, man. But yeah, all right, we got 61 entries, guys. Yes, we are on Late Lindman, and we had a ton to talk about and give away. And tonight we're wrapping it up with Izzy's awesome, bro. It's original art, man. Put it up again one more time
okay.
because it is so damn good. There you go, man. He just did that, and oh my god, dude, I wish I could have got in on this. I'll if I come to Heroes, just know that I'm gonna bust your balls for something.
But look, you know what? It does actually have a really cool cover though. Look at this. You get Ted and Hyman.
We're collecting it, Heroes.
Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah,
and you can see it's a real because look at the ink in the other side. That's how you
know. No disrespect. I would not want to slap that. I would want to keep that just because of that. Like raw. You know what I mean? Just be able to open and see both. That's awesome. Well, it's going away to somebody, not me, but one of you guys. So
let's go.
Who's taking it home? The final giveaway of the evening is going to.
It better not be Cliff.
Oh, we'll riot.
It's gonna be Cliff. You just said
it's Lindman.
Lindman, let's go.
$2 you win.
There you go.
So Lindman, hit me up and send me your information. And again, one of the things is I'm actually starting taking commissions for Heroes Con. So if anybody's going to Heroes Con and wants something, now's the time, because then I can actually work on it. Because if I'm in a Heroes Con, I'm going to work on something. It's not going to have all that much of the time. So, you know.
And once you get to Heroes Con, I'm going to be absolutely insufferable, just so everybody knows.
Oh, dude, man, I got to drive to Heroes Con from here.
Tonight?
Think about that.
You think you haven't been insufferable tonight, Trek? You think this has been a good
No. This is a normal Sunday for me, bud. Just wait.
You know what? I believe you're a traitor to Canada, BC, because after the loss, you invited him on the show tonight. That's you're a traitor.
Yeah.
I'm feeling okay from the loss, because like I told you guys, my son won a medal today in his hockey tournament, so I was very happy. And,
you think that compares?
What you guys don't realize is that the whole family is moving to Charlotte.
You fool!
I have lured him with Southern cooking and great comic conventions.
You're the kind of father who overpraises their children's minor achievements. If Chris
not minor at all. Absolutely crushing it. Future Caniac Lando.
If Chris came to my house and said, I won a medal today, Uncle Nick, and I would look at him and say, Canada just lost, Chris. Get out of the house right now with your stupid medal.
He won gold, and the rest of the country won silver, my guy.
All right, guys, let's go around the horn and say good night to everybody. Travis, take it away.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me. It's been a minute since I've been on the Sunday show, so I am very happy to be here, and I appreciate the chat. Everybody except Chia, who I will send all of my love and support to after the show. Thanks for everybody. Appreciate it.
There you go, man. Stevie boy, take it away, buddy.
I'll be on vacation for the next few weeks, so you won't see me for around maybe. Yeah, I won't be around for the next few weeks. But I do have a question for Love for Comics.
Yes.
Did we get our books back?
Hold on, he's on mute. Say it again.
No, not yet, but maybe
we get
this
our
week.
books back from TGC?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you something because I've been holding it in for a few weeks. Remember those books that I won at the giveaway last time?
Yeah.
Lando.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes, anyway, I do. Yes.
Either way,
it was the
Wolverine is getting graded. The Wolverine is getting graded, and that's my gift to you for 1,000. So when it comes back, it's all yours.
You don't have to do that, man.
I am doing it. It's for you. I know I don't have to, but I will.
You're nuts. I appreciate you.
When it comes in, it's all yours.
You're gonna be missed.
Yeah,
but,
I'll see you guys in a few weeks.
Are we about to see tears in the show?
He's coming down. You're coming down here, right?
I appreciate it.
Right? So that's it. That's
he's
I'll
moving
see you guys
North
in
Carolina. That's the break. That's the.
Steve, you're gonna be in Florida, you said, right?
I'm gonna be in Florida for a few weeks. Yeah.
Hit up Love, bro. Hit up Love for Comics, bro. All right, guys. Judging by the messages backstage, I don't want to have people passing gas twice in a row, so I'm gonna hand it off to Greg, bro, because I think he's gotta go. Like he's really gotta go.
I think he froze.
He froze. There you go.
It's gotten real at this point. The man's feet is froze.
Yeah, it is what it is. So we'll skip over and head over to Bison, man.
Yeah, it's nice to be on this side of the screen. Glad to be here every week, even in the chat. If you're not, follow me on Instagram, bison.comics. And if you want something from me, just shoot me a message on there and I'll get your address.
There you go, man. I appreciate you hopping on and doing all the awesome giveaways. Love, brother.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, giveaway. You know I have to be here. So do more giveaways. Do more giveaways, and I'll definitely be here.
We'll get it, bro.
Follow me on IG. I just got word that I'm getting back the Absolute Batman 15 Joker covers signed by Scott Snyder. So it's coming back. Hopefully they're 9.8 and they're gonna be yellow label. So on IG, that's gonna be the next giveaway that you guys are gonna see. So I'll make sure you guys will follow me on IG and yeah, hit me up.
There you go, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's send it back to the man who just, I think he went to the throne and just did what he had to do. But our brother Greg, man. Greg, what you got, man?
He's frozen again.
He's still frozen. I don't know what's going on with him. He's frozen.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah,
We're back.
I don't know if everyone's internet's crashing. Mine is like crashing. I have no idea what is going on. But thanks for having me. I don't know what your question was for everyone that's signing off, but I'm very happy that mine and Travis's team did what they had to do today. And yeah, and I'm looking forward to one day coming back on. I want to chop it up with Steve because I was Steve like a few years ago, you know?
Yeah, dude, bro, I miss you, man. Legit, man. I'm,
you miss me. We talk like almost every day. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what I mean, bro? Like I miss fucking kicking it here, man. And that's something that we need to do again sometime soon. So whenever you're free, but I will relieve you of your duties so you can go duty. Yeah, dude. I'll catch you in a bit, man. Nothing but love, bro. Appreciate you. Gia, since we're going from Greg, we got to go to Tia.
So,
and we're done.
Thanks for
Good night, everybody.
I had a great time tonight, even though Travis was here. And swing by the Comic Legion Monday show on YouTube for this week's new comics. It'll be another fun time.
What the name of the show is?
Should have put this up so we didn't have to see his face, but yeah.
You should have put that up. Yes.
Definitely check that out. And Jeb, man, what do you got?
I got nothing going on, guys. Yo, if you want to come check out my IG, Infamous Jeb. Yo, I'm just doing my thing tonight. This has been a vibe, guys. I really had a great time. It was fun hearing everybody. Unfortunately, my internet has been like shit all night, and everything was like, damn.
Do that again.
So, yo, it was just chaos. It was absolute chaos in here. And guess what, everybody? I loved it.
There you go, man. That's what I love to hear. Alexi, I am going to bring back the Spotify uploads probably starting as of next week, man. So keep an eye out for those. Definitely going to happen, but let's keep it rolling, man. We are saving the artist for last. As you can see, our brother Izzy. He's getting ready for bed.
Yo. No, thanks for having me, man. And congratulations, Lando, for 1K. So happy for you, man. And I know I'm seeing you tomorrow with yeah, Travis is gonna be there too, right? But that's okay.
Bummer.
We're gonna be talking about some white sky. We're gonna be talking about some hippopotamus stuff. I'm not gonna say what it is out loud because I don't want to. It's late night and stuff like that, and a lot of good stuff, man. And again, if you're going to Heroes Con, man, let's get Lando to Heroes Con. We are on a mission. Travis and I are on a mission to getting Lando in Heroes Con. So let's get Lando to Heroes Con. But if you're in Heroes Con, come say what's up to me. If you're going to King Kong in a couple of weeks, I'll be there as well with Cliff. So I'll be there as well. So we'll see you guys tomorrow in the top 10 for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, can't wait for it.
Yeah.
And guys, for myself, you guys know me as Lando. You know me as Black Crown, that guy who's
You
on
know you
Cover
as Frozen.
Yeah. I'm frozen? I'm not frozen.
You were
Don't
frozen
you-
for a second.
I ain't frozen, but my real name is Jolando, guys, and you've heard it said a few times. I'm going to pull back the layer and let you guys know that I'm that guy who shows up every single week on Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to remind you guys of what to pre-order. We are talking books to buy at the low. By no means am I here to manipulate the market. I couldn't care less what happens after the fact. But for FOC, I strongly encourage you all pay attention. If you want to continue to listen to those who are out there accusing, making accusations, etc., feel free to do so. But make sure to justify it, man. Come back to me with some fucking bullets. If you're going to come with an empty chamber, I don't want to hear it, bro. Don't even try to shoot this way anymore because I'm so tired of seeing so many people's bullshit online and I just don't care for it anymore. But what I do care for is every single one of you who show up every single week, man, to show some love. We have an awesome group of people here. The channel has grown organically. We hit 1,000 subscribers. And I can't thank you all enough for that. So nothing but love. Shout out to everybody who was on tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to all of the supporters of the channel. Of course, Comic Legion, Comic Nation. You've got Hannah, who's you can go check out at, of course, Auctions.ca. I just mentioned Comic Legion, Comic Nation. Show love to all of these people. Guys, collect whatever the fuck you like, man. Don't let anybody manipulate shit and convince you of otherwise. If it's on the top 10 and you want to spend the coin, hey, to each their own. You do what you want to do, but just know that none of us here have an agenda to make bank off of your ass because I don't care. I just want to talk comics, and it's as simple as that. Guys, have yourselves a great night. We will catch you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, over on the Cover Price channel to bring you the top 10. I hope you enjoyed the show. Congrats to all the winners. Adios.